Discord.
So much.
There is a lot.
This is a lot, man. There's God.
Live now.
We don't
we
have
laughing?
to do everything. Don't feel like
Yeah, I just wish
I
had
feel
taken
like
some
we
time
have to.
Make it a job.
Oh, Cap getting a nerf? Let's go.
No. He's the
Yeah,
greatest.
Guan Guan lied. Hashtag.
Hashtag Guan Guan lied. You want to let the Discord know, Neil?
Did
My
Guan
job.
Guan say he was getting a nerf?
Matt did a great little post.
He
on
said he's
there
getting a
today.
buff in the Dev Diary.
I don't know.
He's not getting a
how.
buff at all.
Yeah, he's lying. But
There's nothing buffed
Yeah,
about
that
him.
was very.
Guan Guan lied.
What's this word?
I love that Guan Guan.
Hashtag Guan lied.
Guan Guan was wrong.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
It's fine.
Don't go live yet.
We're live.
Oh God,
Mark,
Okay,
Mark,
what do I
have
do with my
you
hand?
have you watched Devil May Cry yet, Mark?
I have not. No, is it good?
Is this the new show?
It is unreal.
Ooh, I'm so excited
The
to watch
plan
this.
was today to watch that, but then I ended up having to watch the Dev Diary.
It is.
Listen to Guan Guan.
I
Is it
fit
a whole
both
drop?
in. Yes, all 8 episodes. They're just as a tease. The music, the soundtrack is incredible. There's a scene where he is just slashing away dudes to Rage Against the Machine. in a
What?
shitty apartment.
That's-
Yeah, it is so good.
Okay.
Did you
yeah.
watch the dub or the sub?
tomorrow?
Dub because Johnny Young Bosch does his voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, yes. Okay. Grab the drink.
Papa Roach is in there. It's just
Wow.
like what's that Butterfly song? Come my baby, come my baby.
Oh really? Yeah. What was the name of
that
that
song
band?
is in there.
Oh,
That was.
that was that band.
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town.
There you go.
This like the soundtrack is just like
Wow.
and it's the perfect moments too. There's like some CG animation in it too. Like it's very well done. It's like might be my favorite thing ever right now.
Crazy.
Johnny Young Bosch is going to be at MomoCon.
Which Power Ranger is he? Is he a Power Ranger?
He was Adam, the second Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Oh yeah.
And the Green Zero Ranger.
Was
and
that-
the Green
did he have the
Purple
frog?
Ranger. Yes.
Oh, Spider Joe, what's up, dude?
He is
How many points
Ichigo
did
as
I get
well.
for knowing that?
Yeah, he's like done fantastic in voice acting post.
Mhm.
Episode 22.
Episode 22.
Yes.
So what?
Doing my job.
What do you guys want to talk about? We got a couple things, huh?
You know what?
things.
Not a big deal.
I think we can skip this week. There's not enough. We'll be
Just play
boring.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. I hear that's the new thing.
Come my baby, come my baby.
I have been having a lot of fun in Overwatch. I'm not gonna lie.
I have not
6v6?
played anything else in 6 months.
Drinking a Dream Thickle Alani.
Is there a moose
The
on that beer?
moose. Nice.
The moose is loose.
Moose is loose. I also found this shirt today to wear. Namu stay.
How many moose shirts do you have, Neil?
We'll find out. I'll keep wearing them until I run out every Thursday.
Everyone's got to have a
have the-
thing.
I have at least one
Astro
more,
vibe.
and then I do have a painting up on the wall. I might have to put around my neck.
Oh yeah, man. That needs to be behind you, like on that
Oh.
space.
Do
I
you
have
A
a
have?
girl
of
Let me move it
moose
down here.
is moose. A group of moose is called a herd. That's lame.
Yeah.
It's not Mises.
I thought it'd be something cool, like how a group of crows is a murder.
A herd of moose.
A herd of meese.
What would be cool for like a bunch of moose? Like I mean,
A
a trample.
cooler.
A trample of moose.
A cooler full of moose.
Yeah.
yeah.
A
Remember when Simba's dad got all stepped on by those wildebeest?
Those are
rumble of moose.
That was a trample.
A rumble.
Rumble,
Those
I
are
feel like
trample.
rumble.
Dope.
Rumble of moose.
And just cue the edits of the rumbling.
Rumbling.
I think that is the name of our mascot, Rumble the Moose.
Rumble the moose. All right, there you go. I love the new. Who was giving us those over in the chat or in the Discord?
It was
I did some.
ridiculous.
Those are so good.
I'm proud of mine.
I didn't see yours.
Mugnito.
Before we make
This is my
official
new
merchandise, we shall hire a real artist.
Yeah. Mugnito.
Mugnito. All right.
Which channel is that in?
Yes.
see Move Nito.
podcast.
Yeah, one of them. It was just like,
Well,
hey,
that is my new Discord picture. So whenever you
Oh,
talk to me,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
moose now because I'm Mugnito.
Before that, it was it was Moa, wasn't it? Or Sam the Eagle or whatever.
Yeah, I did have
Sam
Sam
the
the Eagle for a while. My last one was I did one of.
That was your D&D.
Oh, you were
character.
Ghost. You were Ghost.
I was
Rider
Ghost
for a
Rider
long
at the
time, too.
computer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
This is
but
Jeff
yes, I
the
was Sam
Land Shark.
Eagle. I've had some good ones.
whenever we play D&D, Neil's always anamorphic.
Animal.
Yeah, an animal is okay.
They're the
I
coolest,
really
man.
dig this like blade moose that looks like Bane Bloodhoof from World of Warcraft with a sword.
Moose.
It's so good.
What is this again?
It's
All
in
right.
the. I'm just scrolling through the podcast channel.
Podcast
What about
channel?
like a bluey Wolverine?
Oh my god, yeah. Someone do that.
Sounds dangerous. He'll stab you and make you cry.
Yeah,
Stab my
it's no
emotion.
joke.
Yeah, stab your emotions. There you go.
It
I
kills
played
me.
Snakes and Ladders this week. I got wrecked.
Oh my god, dude,
By
that
my
created a whole
3-year-old.
fiasco.
Got wrecked by my 3-year-old. I hit snake after snake after snake. I was on like square 6. She was like 98.
I can't relate.
Shoots. You don't get hit by shoots.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever played Shoots and Ladders either.
I don't never have either. I can
For
remember how
real?
it's played.
Wow.
No,
Roll a dice and then wherever you land, you
Yeah.
land.
it doesn't
hit the ladder,
sound
jump
super
ahead.
complicated.
It's 1
but-
through 100, like a 1 through 100 spaces, and then just depending on where you land, if you're at like the top of the chute, or I guess the snake's head, you slide back down, and you just keep going left to right. And if you hit a ladder, you go up. So you like jump
Is it
ahead,
like-
basically.
Is it like the point is like go around the whole board?
Yep. And it's for like kids to count. They like learn to count.
We did
Oh,
the
okay.
game of
We're
life.
working on it.
Footballers, what's up, dude?
Game of life.
Yep. Life's a little more complicated though, man. Life has
Life is a lot. It's like
Yeah.
Monopoly almost.
it is.
It's like these patch notes.
Yep.
Except I got like I've got
Guan Guan's always lying to you.
sausage fingers and could never put the little people in the car.
Oh yeah, they're way too small.
Okay, are we
Way
ready?
too small.
Yes, Mark, we're ready.
Well,
but
we got a
fine.
lot, man. We got a lot
Oh,
tonight.
hold on, I need to get my pump up music.
I'm doing something very important.
I'm
Is it
Check out
AI
Guan Guan.
moosing?
No,
I hope so.
I'm
Guan Guan told Forbidden Fruit to join the Discord.
Guan Guan was right.
Guan
Use
Guan.
exclamation point Discord for the link.
Hashtag Guan Guan lied.
Hashtag Guan Guan lied. Guan Guan told me there was going to be one hero like every 6 weeks, and now there's one coming every 4 weeks.
I've just purchased a beautiful, shiny new Thor skin.
Oh, okay. That's important. 10:04.
You
Did
know,
you
some
really?
people have a lot to
Time of
that
purchase.
removed.
10:04 p.m.
Yeah,
Here you are getting another one.
yeah, I literally just bought it.
Nice.
It's so good. All right, log it off. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sure? You're good?
Yeah,
All right.
it was very important.
All right, here we go. Rivals Assemble, episode 22.
Wait. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. That's right. It's time for Rivals Assemble, a Marvel Rivals podcast. I am your host, Mark Turcott, and you are tuned in to episode 22. Well, I got up today, did the whole rundown for the podcast, all ready to go, feeling good, go to work, and then bam! They give us all the season 2 details. So we threw that rundown out the window, and we are going to give you everything that we know and can break down for you for season 2, from the heroes to the maps to the story to everything. So to break it all down with me here, first up, Neil. Neil, what's up, dude?
Rivals assemble. Because I need every single one of you to help me get through this episode. Holy cow. There's a lot to
Holy
talk about.
moose.
Holy moose.
Holy moose! If you were watching the video, Neil has a moose on his chest right now. So
Namaste, it says. This was
You know, like a
actually-
frog in your throat, he has a moose on his chest. It's a euphemism. It's a colloquialism.
Yes,
You drink- I was gonna say, you drink that Canadian beer to put a moose on your chest. Is that what that?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You grow some horns.
And if you've seen my chest, I've drinking way too many. That's what happened.
Got moose on my chest, but don't call me a moose chest.
A moose chest. Yeah. Andy Bolanakis for anyone.
Also, that voice there, Kens. Kens, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Peek behind the curtain. My goal for this podcast is always for it to be longer than 2 hours. And this one might do it.
This one, I think, if
You just jinxed it.
if any episode had a chance, this is the one, man. I really think that this might be. It's crazy. Let's see you, Matt. Matt, what's up over there, man?
Just having a good time with the news we got today. I'm excited to talk about all the season 2 drops and ready for someone to choke slam me and kick me around a little.
Whoa. Okay.
White Queen.
A little bit.
Wow. Okay.
bit.
Yeah. Well, we're
tickle.
gonna get to all that. But yeah. So big episode, like we said here at the top of the show. So many details to go through. I mean, literally, like an hour before we went live recording this was the full patch notes came out. So we've only had a little bit of time to even get through some of that. So lots and lots to talk about. But let's talk about a little bit of housekeeping here. As always, don't forget you can follow us on Blue Sky and on X at Rivals Assemble. Big what's up to everybody over on Twitch and YouTube watching us live. We do the show every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern at Rivals Assemble Pod. Also, everybody over on Spotify or iTunes, if you're listening to the recorded version of the show, thank you here for tuning into the show and downloading it. And of course, leave us a comment over on Spotify if you're listening through there, and reviews. If you guys want to leave us a review, you can do that either on Spotify or even on iTunes, because we even read some of the reviews over on iTunes too. So you can always leave a nice little written thing over there. We could even pull some of those into the podcast as well. You can always
Nice or honest. Let's be real. You know.
Yeah. You can email us at rivalsassemblepod@gmail.com. And we always mention it, but go join our Discord. We are now, over 230 people, I think, in the Discord. So
We're closing in on 250.
Yeah.
They are assembling.
Yeah. And lots of moose images of Marvel characters as moose. Neil, what do we go with? What's the Rivals Assemble mascot? What's his name?
His name is Trample.
Rumble.
Rumble.
Rumble
Yeah,
the Moose.
He likes to dress up as all the heroes, even Moognedo, who's now my Discord avatar.
Yeah. Spider Moose. Everybody's been over there making appearances in the Discord.
Jeff the Moose Shark.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
that
it,
got
love it.
kind of scary a bit.
Or would that be a shark
Horrible.
moose with a fin on its back?
Have you seen it? It's a monstrosity.
Can moose
fun
swim
fact,
well?
Moose can dive. They go under the water.
That's
It's
not
crazy.
what I thought you were taking it. Never mind.
Did you ever see it? Like, I remember going to an amusement park in upstate New York,
An
and there was a
amusement
diving
park?
We
horse.
call those zoos here.
Did you have a diving horse? Did you ever see a diving
No.
horse?
We have like dog diving.
Literally a diving
Dog
horse, and they had to like push it. Like the horse is like, I'm
They
not
drown
diving
the
in
horse?
this water.
Is it
Nope.
the
Push it right through.
the drowning horse?
I mean, look it up.
Sounds,
Anyways, hey, we got a Patreon, guys.
I played drums for Drowning Horse in high school.
Sick.
Sick, dude. But yeah, our Patreon is officially out. So big thank you to everybody who joined the Patreon. We appreciate that. You can find that link down in the show notes. And just a reminder to everybody, if you would like to help support the show in more ways than just kind of help us here, $5 will get us, will help you become a true believer of the podcast. You get an exclusive Discord role in the Discord as True Believer. Every 2 weeks, we're going through special episodes for those patrons of the MCU Rewatch. So those are going to come out Mondays. Our Iron Man episode is out. We will be doing The Incredible Hulk, not this Monday, but the following Monday. And then every Wednesday, you get a host-specific show with one of us just rambling. So my episode is out, so you can hear me kind of take you through the journey of podcasting, everything that I've kind of done through that. And I think the first couple ones we decided are going to be just letting you get to know us a little bit more. I think, who's going next? Neil, you're next?
I have signed up, yes, so you can
Yes.
see how inferior my podcast history is.
No.
was a
Obviously
monster.
shown
It
here.
was, it was so
Well,
long.
it's harder because you're in Canada, so it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do everything a little bit different.
podcasting didn't get there until like the late 2000s.
Yep.
So Neil's episode will be next Wednesday. And we've decided, because we also want to throw in some other things every once in a while, we had recorded, the three of us, some Retro Game Club episodes. So we're going to launch that, the first one this Monday. I think we have 3 of them in the can. We'll see. We may do some more, but at least just give you a little something extra. So this Monday, we will be talking about Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. So if you have ever played that game or haven't, go check it out. We're going to be talking about it on Monday in the Patreon podcast. And we also learned this week too, if you plan to become a member, don't do so through the iOS app. You will actually pay a little bit more because I guess Apple just decides to take their cut. So don't do it through the iOS app. Sign up on the web, sign up through your browser. And then, of course, you can use the iOS app to listen to the podcast, but just don't do it through the iOS app because, Apple's going to try to take their cut.
Same thing for Twitch. If you're going to subscribe anywhere on Twitch, goes for anybody. It costs you more to do that on mobile than it does on PC.
Is
But
it?
I think with your web browser, you can request the desktop site and still do it on your phone.
It's a little, you have to go through
A
some
little
steps. You
finicky.
can do it, but they make it hard for you.
Just crazy, man. Isn't that crazy? So,
Gotta
all right.
get their cut.
So you can find that link in the show notes if you would like to become a member of the Patreon. But guys, let's talk about our poll from this week. So we asked you, which comic accurate character would you like to see in the game? And we gave you 5 options. We gave you Age of Apocalypse Logan, Lady Loki, Spider-Ham, Beta Ray Bill, or Symbiote Jeff. And with 96 votes, coming in with 49% of the vote, so nearly half the vote, Symbiote Jeff. Pull it off.
My name's Jeff.
47 votes. I mean, that,
Yummy.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised by that. Are you guys? Like,
Why would you not?
We are yummy.
Hearing all of those options again, I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's Jeff.
Yeah.
This got me to look more into the Wolverine. Sorry, where was that from?
Age of Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse. I think that's next on my reading list. It looked awesome.
It's fun. It's very
But
fun. The art
Symbiote
is
Jeff, yeah, you can't give it.
That's
So
the one that I voted for, and that I mean, I get the Symbiote Jeff, but like Symbiote Jeff to me almost seems like a given. Like I think we know we're gonna
Yeah.
get that probably at some point. Where some of these other ones are a little crazy, and I think the Age
Oh,
of
you're
Apocalypse
too cool
one
for
was just-
Symbiote Jeff. I see.
I was just about to
I
say
mean, I
that's very.
am,
I
dude.
listened to them before
Yeah.
they were cool.
Avocado toasts.
Avocado toast. But yeah, so there you go. Symbiote Jeff. Let's see, just run through some of the other ones. So the next closest was 15 with Beta Ray Bill. 14 votes, Spider-Ham. Then was
Somebody's
Age of
gonna like
Apocalypse
him.
Logan, and Lady Loki was last with 8 votes, 8.3% of the vote. New poll. So new poll for this week.
Oh,
What alt line scares you the most? So if you want to take part in this, you need to head over to Spotify. That's where the poll will be posted under this episode. And we're asking you, what alt line scares you the most? So we have Iron Man's Maximum Pulse. We have Winter Soldier's
I didn't even
again.
try.
I didn't try. All right, I'll try.
I'll record these for the Discord.
Here, Matt, why don't you give us Psylocke? What's Psylocke? Go ahead.
Cho no Mariokura.
Wow,
That was pretty
amazing.
good. That was really
Yeah.
good.
Close.
I play the
You
game
check
in
fluent
Japanese.
in Japanese when
No,
you're
I
filling
just
out those forms.
hear it a lot
Yeah.
and I cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt gets killed by it over and over. Again.
I get knocked out.
Did you get up again?
They're never going to keep me down.
Jeff's Yummy Yummy. Yummy.
That's
and
pretty
then
good.
Spider-Man's, I'll give it to you, Ken's.
Ken's just taking this one. Go ahead, Ken's.
Don't mess with the Amazing Spider-Man.
That was good, dude.
Whoa, that was sick.
was good.
Amazing.
It happens too much.
Yep. So again, Iron Man, Maximum Pulse, Winter Soldier, again, Psylocke, whatever she says. Matt, Jeff's Yummy Yummy, and
Cho no
Spider-Man.
Mariokura.
Don't mess with the Amazing Spider-Man. Go ahead over to Spotify and you can vote over there. Real quick too, and again, I'm kind of rushing through this because we just have so much to get to, guys. But our weekend game we usually do here. So instead of just kind of us going through all of it, we at the end of last week's episode threw out a challenge, and we asked Matt to do 5 games.
Asked?
We basically mandated.
We
right?
rolled the dice.
Yeah, it was the
told you
dice.
what to do.
Okay.
Blend the dice.
So it was Play Magic for, did we say 5 or 10 matches? Was it?
You said 10, but that is a lot.
Yeah.
So how'd it go, Matt?
It went okay.
Look at
We all
all
know
those
I'm not the
wins.
strong duelist. So ultimately the record was 6 wins, 5 losses because I threw an extra game in there because
Okay.
I did 8 games and then quit for the night and then finished up the next night. And I streamed this, and so people from the Discord hopped in and were giving me tips and were being very supportive. Thank you to those who showed up. And
I showed up and reminded you
Neil
it had to
and
be
Neil-
10 in a row. And the
Neil
Discord
duoed
chat
with me
was-
after trash talking me in my own chat.
Yeah,
Um,
the Twitch chat
As he
was
should.
supportive.
well, there was one game where somebody was already playing Magic, and he
And
was
you
like,
tell him to get off.
get off.
Get
And I
off
was like,
Magic.
no. And so I switched to strategist because I was like, I'm not gonna be that person.
Leave. Take the 15-minute penalty. Go again.
That's what you do. Yes.
This is not Overwatch. I'm not
For
gonna
science. This is for science.
do that. I have a clean bill here. But so Matt, I have to say playing Magic actually was really fun. Not just because I have the costume that I was able to use, punk rock Magic.
Cool.
But I actually playing through this week, I found myself like going to play Magic, just
Nice.
because.
Wow. Okay.
So I feel that I play her a lot differently than maybe she's either intended or how popularly she's played. I'm very much a backline duelist who waits for people to be whittled down a little bit, rush in, port and do either drop your demon spawn or the big round robin circle and just kind of try and take people out real quick like that, while having the combos of your melee and your other swords. Also, I think my go-to move is charging up the sword to throw first.
Yep.
From like a far range and throwing it. Actually got a few unexpected KOs with that.
Nice.
Nice.
Like one that Neil, I just kind of threw it, and then all of a sudden we just saw Mountaineer killed Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh?
Just
Like,
toss
I
the
didn't-
sword.
I didn't even
Clothesline.
see her on the map. Where was she?
Anything could happen.
So yeah, it took a little bit of getting used to. I don't, as far as like tweaks for the character, I would have liked to see a lesser cooldown for her dash. And I don't think I'd really change much else because I think it was just more of a skill issue. But I think it's hard for her. I could see you being a little bit more judicious with her teleports and then her dash and being able to get out quickly. But if you are not constantly fighting and in melee and getting that overhealth from her hits, then
Right.
she's
Her
a little,
passive is you
she's a
deal
little
damage, you get
squishy.
bonus health.
yeah.
Hmm.
She's 250 and I think you can get up to 400.
400. Mhm.
The biggest
And so if
tip
you're-
I know with Magic with that is to not sleep on the little demon, because
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
the little demon does damage and gives you easy health that way.
That's
you
that
get
would
health
be
from that demon as well.
hmm
Doing damage,
that'd
Sounds
be
good.
I'd dash in, drop the demon, get on the other side of the person, do the spin. I'm burning all my cooldowns, let's be real. But this is after I'd already charged up the sword, hit them, trying to knock, down to like 3/4 health or even half health. Dash in, drop the demon, swoop around, and then finish off with a quick combo from
That's it.
melee
Hmm.
and strikes. I got knocked out a lot, especially when I became Dark Child. So it'd be like,
Yeah.
fear Dark Child, and I'd be
Yeah.
like limp on the ground. So I don't know if she's especially squishy during that transformation and people are just like, oh no, let's get her. But that's something I'll continue to play with. But overall, I had fun.
I mean, looking
Not
at
gonna
these
lie.
matches you put up,
Yeah.
these last
Pretty good.
5, I guess, would be. I mean, your KDAs are always in the positive. So, I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
way in the positive.
below
The
that, I
la-
can see 6 wins, 8 losses. So that could be, was that kind of the getting used to her and feeling her out? But then it seems like you picked her up, man. You had it going.
There were
So it's good.
the last couple matches were really good where they were longer, but that's when I really just fell into I got to stop playing her how I think she should be played and play her how I would play her well. And that was hanging back and then, striking. Like I forget who the other duelist was with me a lot of the time, but just like letting them soften people up and then just coming in for the kill.
Yeah.
getting out of there.
And I'm sorry, I was wrong. That was all Neil's matches.
Have we been duped? What was that?
So in solidarity,
My KDAs were always
Okay, hold
in the
on. We
positive.
gotta pull the curtain back. So in our rundown, there's this picture of these 5 matches, and it's
Like
like
incredible KDA.
yes,
17
KDA
and
like
2,
8.5,
18 and 2.
17 and 2, 14 and 2, 18 and 2. You know, I'm like, wow, Matt, this is great. No, they're all
No,
Neil's
those weren't
matches
mine.
because Neil played them too and posted it in the rundown.
this is my proof. This is my proof. In solidarity, I also took the Magic Challenge. I did not get 10 games, but I am 5 deep, and maybe I'll do 5 more if we play after the show tonight. One thing I noticed in what you said, Matt, is the cooldowns. Some of these heroes, like the dive, melee assassins, I just got off a week of playing Black Panther, so
Mhm.
I warmed up a little bit with him, but he's all about those cooldowns and
Yeah.
going in, doing what you can. It's more like instead of like consistent damage, it's going in, doing a bunch of damage, and then like getting out, waiting for your cooldowns, hop back in, kind of trying to grab their attention from the rest of your team. So one of the main things I learned was don't just jump in there by yourself. Make sure they're engaged with your team, so you can come in, mess them up a little bit, jump out, and
Mhm.
then they're not always all just going to focus you, because that's when you're going to go down. Another thing that I learned was take those side paths, take those off angles, because you can pop out and they don't even see you. So you can line up your perfect dash in, knock somebody up. And some of those combos, they feel so good. I hit like 1 or 2 of them where you get a total solo kill. You throw, as you said, you throw the sword, you dash to them, pop them up, you do a melee attack, and then not a melee attack, but like your basic attack. And then you do the melee, and it reduces it animation cancels, I guess. So you can kill like a strategist or a low health hero just with that set combo, and it's like all in one shot. And I feel so bad because I'd feel terrible if I was on the other end of that. But you go in there, you do that, and you save your portal step, whatever that's called. I found that very useful too, because you got invulnerability frames with that. So if there's like a big ult coming, or like a big damage, or you just need to get out of there, you can kind of like hop away with it and throw down those demons behind you. So if they walk towards you, you're going to be getting health. The other thing you said with her ultimate, I'm used to having ultimates where it's kind of like a save me ultimate and you get bonus health or bonus armor. But when Magic transforms into Darkchild, she does not get any bonus health or armor. She does extra damage and has slower attacks. So you want to maybe do that around the corner a little bit, because as soon as they hear you, that's good. They're all going to look at you and be like, "Oh yeah, we should take care of her." Yeah, right. Just like the
I had a quarter for every time I said, "Leave me alone. I'm just a little girl." I'd have a lot of money.
Yeah, so you want to get that, but then you're doing the bonus. You're doing extra damage while you're transformed, so you're getting health a little bit more. And as you said, Kens, don't sleep on that demon, because it's consistent damage. Hot tip with that as well is you can use it to destroy Spider. What's her name? Penny Parker. Her little nest thing.
Send it out
You can
there.
kind of jump in, throw your demon down, jump out, and your demon will take that out. Just a single demon will do enough damage to take out that spider nest. If you just put it right beside there, and then it does something. I think it's Loki's anti-heal thing AoE he puts down too. You have to aim it up a little bit when you do it, but it will take that down too. It's just a single demon. So great character.
Very cool.
Okay, my KDAs real quick. I won't take much longer. They're not as great. 7-4, 11-1, 16-2, 9-3,
Okay.
1-6, 15-6, 12-2, 13-9, 7-7, 9-8, 11-7, 8-9, and then 16-3.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's deserved.
Not
to
bad.
Great ones,
Not
man.
bad.
So some very
good.
interesting games.
All right, so next week's challenge. Am I doing the Spidey challenge?
Or are we all going to partake?
I think we all should, and then we can kind
Let's do
of
Spidey next. Okay.
all discuss. Everyone must play Spider-Man,
Never
and we'll
played
do 10
Spider-Man.
games.
10 Spider-Man matches
Okay,
in a row.
in a row.
If possible.
Quick match.
Okay.
In
let's,
with-
With what?
And we
Matt?
got to buy spider punk skin.
Reasonably.
Reasonably what?
What does that mean?
Get off Spider-Man. Get off Spider-Man.
Mute the chat.
You
Just
stay
blinking
with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
For one of my games, someone picked magic, and I just kind of hovered over, and then he said in the voice, he's like, "Hey, you want magic?" I didn't say anything, but then he got off, and then I picked it, and then we ended up winning. But I agree. We should get on voice chat and say, "Hey, sorry, I have to pick magic because it's a challenge."
It's a challenge.
Science.
Yep. Got to do
For
it.
science.
Blame the
Science.
podcast.
All right.
Anyway,
So,
great job.
guys, it's time. Let's do this. Let's move on to our new segment that we call the Not So Daily Bugle News.
J. Jonah Jameson here.
All right. Well, like we said at the top of the show, season 2 has officially been revealed. And boys, it's official. The Hellfire Gala is coming in season 2. They put out a trailer. We got patch notes. We have a Emma Frost trailer. So
Atlanta.
real quick here, they say Marvel Rivals Season 2 Hellfire Gala starts on April 11th. It's the most glamorous night of the year, darling. Emma Frost herself invites you to the Hellfire Gala on Krakoa. Once a year, this sovereign mutant island opens its gates, welcoming both friends and rivals alike to shape a brighter future. Now stranded in the year 2099 by a raging temporal storm, the fate of Krakoa hangs in the balance, its ecosystem suffering from dangerous chronal energy. Can a night of glittering festivities bring unity over fine dining and dazzling conversation? Who among the attendees possesses ulterior motives or solely seeks to party? And who is the uninvited guest? Well, we know it's Ultron, right? Obviously, is the uninvited guest.
Maybe he did get an invite.
Maybe he did.
And
He's
someone's
real
just
mad
trying to
about
stir the
it.
pot.
But let's start here first, I guess, just with this trailer. So, what do you guys think here? I mean, we see images of Krakoa in this. Very
Very faithful to the comics.
It is. Yeah, definitely. You actually even get the tree, right? Isn't that the living island kind of?
Yeah.
Almost looks like the Deco tree from Zelda.
Oh, that's in Krakoa. Okay.
Yes.
I thought that was something else.
Yes. I believe that is the island of Krakoa, right? The living island.
Yeah, I knew it was
that's-
alive.
Yep. But so some of the costumes we've received in season 1, I think of these like nice glamorous costumes, are the costumes that are being kind of transported into this season. They fit perfect, like Magneto's. We even see Storm when she's the like the Asgard
Goddess of
costume and all that.
Asgard,
It's
yeah.
perfect. But we see some other people. So we have Captain America with a nice little suit. Wolverine's all dressed up. Almost looks like the Patch. Does he have the
Yeah.
Patch?
Oh, does he?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
he
pretty sure.
does, but it is that like white suit, kind of patch.
With the hot knives.
Yeah. Then, of course, we have Ultron coming into the mix at the end, and then good old Emma Frost. What do you guys think of this trailer?
There's also some skin, or correct me if I'm wrong, we get comic accurate X-Men costumes for
That look
Magic and
awesome.
Psylocke. Like the classic blue and gold,
Yep.
Mhm.
which was the
That caught
first
my
thing
eye.
I noticed. And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
It looks awesome, dude.
Go
Go ahead.
It's an interesting. While you were reading about the event, it's like they're stuck in 2099, and the universe is falling around us. But let's have a party. And it's completely the vibe of the Hellfire. In the trailer, they like hard stick to gala, which I'm from the southern U.S. I think that's weird, but we either say gala or there are even a lot of people down here who say gala. The Hellfire Gala. I don't know if you want to call it that, but every year there were 3 Hellfire Galas in the comics, and every year it was either the precursor to something horrible or something horrible happened immediately before it. So like this fits the vibe perfectly.
Yeah. Look at some of the other skins. We got a little rocket skin at the end of the trailer too. You can kind of see him in the splash image. kind of weird,
Yeah, that
right?
looks
But
fun.
When they come
Something
through the
there.
portal, I know that there's like the like whatever the Bruce Banner skin is, right? He's
Yeah,
got like
I
a
wonder
little hat
what
on.
like.
Who is that next? Is that Hela next to him?
That's
With,
a
like,
Black
the-
Widow.
Oh, that's Black Widow. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that makes sense considering the spider on her head.
So the whole vibe of Hellfire Gala is kind of like the Met Gala in real life. So it's like the most extravagant, strangest concept costumes. And this is a little bit more awkward because not all of them are on theme. It's like you have President Loki, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
like some
Oh,
of
he's
these
in
more
a suit.
extravagant.
He's in a
Just
suit.
like fancy skins.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. They don't want to have to design something for everybody, but yeah, Black Widow's definitely one of the skins that was more out there, especially compared to like Captain America, who's standing right beside her.
Now, real quick before we get into Emma Frost, because we can kind of deep dive into her because we have the trailer. But what do we think of just those two characters in general being the ones coming with the season? I mean, we had been speculating for how long that Blade was going to be the one, that the season was going to lead up to
Yeah.
Blade, and we're not getting Blade. Part of me was kind of like, really? Like, that's how they're doing it? But in the same sense, it's like, because this is such a mesh of characters, it's like, that's why we're doing Krakoa, so we're getting one X-Men, I guess, or X-Man, X-Woman in Emma Frost. But then they're just throwing in another character who's invading this other timeline. So it's like, as much as Ultron maybe doesn't make sense for the Hellfire Gala, he kind of does, because it's like, we need somebody that's just outside the box that really doesn't belong there. And because these are these timelines, these different universes kind of colliding, that's why he makes sense coming there. And then, I mean, I'm sure we're going to find out Doom is probably somehow behind that, probably somehow getting Ultron to come here. And then I can't help but feel, looking at Ultron, like that at the very end when you see the Krakoa tree, or I guess Krakoa itself, and then Ultron appears and you see more of this, like, what do you want to call it? Like a cyber city or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the second map, right? We're probably going to get in the second half. Because I don't
That
think
would be
must
sick.
be.
Guan didn't talk about another map. Like for the second half of the season, all we
Oh,
heard was
right.
of the Krakoa map.
I'm sure we'll get another
So-
dev talk.
But I'm pretty sure they said one map per season, right? And then just 2 heroes. That was what he had promised, but we all know #Guan lied. So
Stop. Don't talk about my friend like that.
it might just be one map.
I think
So-
we're getting two. I think they're gonna every half season. I think we're getting a map. I don't want to say that's been confirmed, but I know they always said like maps. I think there was never like a number put on it. Per
roll
se.
the tape back.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if we want to get into it now. The shuffle that they're doing with maps.
Well,
Right,
hold
coming
up.
season.
We'll get to that here. Let's talk about Emma Frost. So, she is a Vanguard
Okay.
officially.
Yeah, she is.
I know she has, with like the thing at the end of the trailer. This is a question for Matt and X-Men lore. I know she has thighs to the X-Men. I mean, ties to the X-Men. But has she ever been like? Because she's kind of. It seems like she's like in the leader position of the X-Men. Has that ever happened in the comics?
All new X-Men, right? Isn't that when she kind of came in?
Yeah.
Save it for the lore
And she
episode.
kind of took the Jean Grey spot.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's when she had like the romance with Cyclops and everything. But especially during the Krakoa phase, when she became a member of the Quiet Council, which is basically there are 4 divisions of the Quiet Council, the mutants who rule. Well, not rule. It's kind of like I think the Congress of Krakoa. And each of the 4 factions represents a different popular group of the mutants. And so she basically very anti-hero-ish. She still has like those selfish, desires and everything, but very much wants to do good. So in the time since she's kind of turned over a new leaf, going into the Age of Krakoa, she turned the Hellfire Club into the Hellfire Trading Company to help kind of like put those assets into Krakoa so the mutants could, live on their own. And because Krakoa itself was its own country, basically.
Right.
And so very much a figurehead and a government leader. Think like high-ranked government official. So yeah,
Many don't.
Because she says to me, my X-Men, right?
Yeah, that's
that-
what
that got
threw
me
me off. I
going.
was like, oh, I didn't know she was. Like
I
that in
don't
that
know
position.
if-
She didn't say that.
I don't know if she ever has said that, but I was here for it. Like as soon as she said it, I was like,
Oh yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
season, in this universe of the Hellfire Gala in this universe of
29.
Krakoa, this Chronoverse. She is, I guess, the leader of the X-Men in that group.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the beauty of this game. They can kind of do whatever they want with these characters. What do we think, kind of looking at her kit? It looks like, and we, as of this recording right now, we don't actually have her ability card. I mean, just from looking at the trailer, from what we can tell, you're shifting in between, I guess, her regular appearance and then, of course, covering herself in the diamonds. So when you are kind of shielded with the diamonds, you have more melee ability. So we see her... You have a kick where you're kicking people away. She has the ability to literally, I mean, we see her grab Captain America and choke slam him to the ground and then kick him off the map. And then when you're not in that ability, she has a small wall. Is it actually a barrier that she's putting up?
Yeah, I think it's a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
Yep.
She can shoot through it as well,
Yep.
but the other team cannot. She
Like a
throws it
signal
up
wall.
in the video. You
Oh,
see it
Doom, or
stop an Iron Man ult.
It's this like
You wanted
psionic
more shields,
blast
Mark.
where she just give me shields. She just totally melts a Penny Parker in a Punisher with that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we'll see when it comes out and how overtuned she's going to be, but it just kind of looks ridiculous. But then also her ult, it looks like she kind of pings everybody that she sees in front of her, and we see like these little sparks near them, and she pulls them towards her. So we see her on this Krakoa map pull 3 characters off the map and basically force them to come off the map. And then with her kick, of course, we even see her kick them off the map.
Yeah.
So-
So her ult, I think, is like damage over time, sort of, but it also brings up a special bar. You can kind of see it right above the enemies' heads, and when that goes full, that's when they stop attacking and they just are drawn to the Ice Queen here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen right away, but it looks like you lose all control and they just start walking to her like a zombie.
I'm already thinking about the team ups for that, like Scarlet Witch, just like drawing them in, and then she
Right.
just comes in
You
and
can
boom.
attack.
Yeah.
Crowd
A jet-
control. Yeah, being helpful there.
It's a serious taunt for sure. Like you have that in other
Yeah.
games where it just forces people to
Oh my
basic attack.
gosh.
I don't know if that would actually happen here or not. The other thing too, her basic attack when she's in non-diamond form is like a beam, similar to Scarlet Witch, but it looks like it doesn't lean on the auto aim like
That's nice.
Scarlet Witch and
So is it more like a Iron Man?
I think
So
so.
it looks like
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Not with as much range, but
Right.
Yeah. So it's like per second, it has so many seconds, and you have to. It's not consistent because there is like an ammo and a reload.
it's
kind of
building
thing.
up. Like the
Her
number gets
brain.
higher as it.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, she does have that. So
So-
what is that? Is it draining when she's firing that beam? And actually, it looks like her diamond form has a cooldown on it.
Unlimited. Oh,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah,
Just
her
for
diamond
5
form you see on the
seconds.
right. It's like
It's
yeah.
at least 5 seconds.
Yep.
6 seconds probably.
10 minutes after this episode hits the air,
They're gonna have
everything's
a
gonna
little
be
detail.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah. But
know,
I mean, what do you guys think? Like, just overall, her kit, like, just looking at it, I mean, to me, she looks
I
like she's
can't
going to be
wait.
incredibly fun to
Yeah.
play, right? She looks
Mhm.
like it's going to be awesome.
as someone who finds it hard to grasp the kits of Vanguards, this looks a little bit more approachable, if that makes sense.
She
it's-
has 650 health.
Wow.
So
Where
that's a
does
lot.
that land?
That's what Thor has
Like
now,
Groot?
I think.
Oh, Thor.
I think Thor
Groot's
got the
more,
buff up
right?
to
800 or something.
I mean, looking at all the Vanguards we have in the game, like, who's she like the most, do you think? Like, what type? I mean, she's not a dive tank, obviously. So, I mean, is she
She's
like
got the shield, which is huge,
I was
but
gonna say,
then
like
she's
a-
also got the melee.
yeah, like a Groot maybe, or a Magneto maybe? Just because, I
She's
mean,
probably closest to Magneto because of the range and the small
Ooh.
yeah,
shield.
I
Not
think
quite
I'll
Strange
keep
because
Glenn and
Strange is
Groot
more
ulting them
close.
too.
yeah. I mean, she's
Very unique for
yeah,
sure.
pretty unique
Yeah.
for everything that she has. What do we think of her character model? I guess I'll throw out there. Anybody?
Yep.
It's great.
Anybody gonna make a comment here?
Giving Sue Storm a run for her money.
It's
We'll say that.
faithful. It's faithful
Venom.
to the character. Throughout her comic history, Emma Frost has always been a character that uses her physical appearance to her advantage and has never been one to shy away from showcasing that. And
Sells
why would
comics.
they change that here?
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So
I said to Neil before we went on, like, I wonder what type of skin they're gonna have for her. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Malice skin. Like, is she gonna give that Sue Storm?
Well, they've
Malice
got
skin,
some.
like-
I'm interested to see if they have any specific Hellfire Gala skins for her, because her Hellfire Gala skins are very.
Oh, this isn't one. It looks like a pretty fancy dress looking thing.
Well,
is.
it's like the variant covers for the Hellfire Gala where like she's wearing just a fur, and like, you know how Power Girl in DC Universe has that like iconic circle cut out of her chest where her chest shows through. Like Emma Frost has like an X cut through her fur coat, and that's all she's wearing. Where
Mhm.
she's wearing like a dress made of strands of pearls that just cover the front and the back, and that's it.
Oh boy.
Or so yeah, they very high fashion looks, not very battle friendly.
I
But-
think the reason they do it though, and I was saying this to Mark earlier, is that the more skin she's showing, the easier it is to tell if she's in diamond form or not, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's it for
Yeah,
sure.
yes.
Yeah,
It's for
Science
to help the competitiveness of the game
Yeah.
is why this is happening. And Guan Guan's wallet.
I don't think Guan Guan is especially profiting off of any of this.
All of
But-
it.
So we also see in this trailer, we see the Krakoa map. So that is the new map coming. The Hellfire Gala
It
Krakoa
looks so
is the
cool.
new map.
hmm
I mean, we see I guess, is this a domination map? Maybe? I don't think they've said
Yes.
specifically, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not a
Confirmed.
convergence map, right? It's
You can
actually
see the point. It's either convergence. It's domination for sure, because you can
It
see
is.
the different points.
Mhm.
It is domination. They showed it in like when we'll talk about the map pool changes, but it says domination at the top.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Shut-
So yeah, this looks it's gorgeous, man. Like everything about it. I mean, not that it's
Actually
little
is. I
mushrooms,
mean-
but it kind of looks like little mushrooms the way those lights are there. Again, Matt, you said
Yeah.
pretty faithful to the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be nailing this map, and I'm sure just like every other release that we've had, we're probably going to get our map trailer in the coming days. I would assume.
Oh yeah, a little
Um,
tour.
Which, by the way, we can say here on the show, we are getting access to season 2 tomorrow evening as we're recording this. So this weekend, we should hopefully be able to stream some gameplay out for you guys, and let you see kind of everything that's in season 2. So
Real quick on the Ultron note, I think it also it's kind of a cool thing that they're going to be bringing him in, especially in this trailer, as kind of like the adversary, because a lot of the villains in the Krakoa arc were newer, and it would take a lot. Pardon me. It would take a lot longer to establish them, especially like Orcus, the organization, or the other mutants of Araki, stuff like that, which a lot, if you're not up on modern comics, you wouldn't know who they are, and that's not a problem. But why not just bring in Ultron, who everybody knows?
Right.
yeah, but you know what though, I get that, but in the same sense, like they brought in Krakoa #1, which of course that is where the X-Men are now, but that's fairly new, and even Null is theoretically new in comics.
Null's very
right?
new.
I mean, yes,
Mm-hmm.
he was in the third Venom movie, I guess. I watched the first 15 minutes of it
Well,
and shut
when-
it off because it was terrible. But
What?
I couldn't watch it. dude.
That's subjective.
Definitely. I didn't like it.
When was Null introduced? Do we know?
At least 2017. I want to say.
I would say 2018, but it might be 2017.
I think that Venom run might even be.
Was
The
it
Krakoa
Absolute
arc
Carnage?
was like 2021, so it's like it's even sooner than that. So
20,
these
2018.
2018.
Those
yeah.
characters have been around.
2018 is that run. That specific issue was number. I have it on my wall.
Nice.
Number 3.
Okay.
His first appearance of Null.
All right. But either way, I think Ultron, though, yeah, Matt, you're right. I mean, he's somebody that people know. But, I mean, how do we feel about them bringing him in? He's the first
Like villain.
villain, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he is a straight, well, I mean,
Hella.
he
we talked about
becomes a villain, right? But I mean, it isn't the original
first
intentions
kind of,
of
like,
Ant-Man,
hard-
right? Because isn't it Ant-Man that creates Ultron in the comics? I think going back to the Avengers, the original Ultron, I believe.
Yeah.
is what Hank Pym, I think, is the one that creates him. So
Mhm.
there was the
Right.
intention, I think, to make him good, but of course then all chaos ensues. But he's going to be our first playable villain almost. I mean, I guess you could even say Venom, right? I guess was originally a villain, but
Hella.
it's going to be interesting to see how he fits with all the other heroes in the game. Like, how is that dynamic going to work?
Well, it's kind of like
I don't know.
I think of like the voice lines. I just want somebody who's gonna be like, "Shut up! Like you guys are idiots. I'm a machine, and I'm gonna like KO you. Come on."
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
because he's going to be on someone's team, right? And he's going
Yeah.
to be playing alongside.
Like in my world, I ground your skull underneath my foot. Like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot to read here? This is the way the Rivals team describes Emma Frost. They say, Emma Frost of Krakoa's Quiet Council cordially invites you to attend the grand return of the Hellfire Gala. With the timelines in complete disarray, mutant kind scattered, the White Queen reignites her annual celebration to welcome allies old and new to the living island. A wealthy socialite, fashion icon, and powerful telepath, Emma Frost uses her mutant abilities to dominate her foes with executing on the vision of a protected home for mutant kind. So... there you go. Emma Frost, man.
Awesome.
Very excited to play her. She's going to
Yeah.
be, I think, awesome. Let's see. We also had a dev diary featuring everybody's favorite Guan Guan. Guan Guan in the
What's
trailer.
going on, Guan Guan?
What's going on?
What's
Guan Guan?
on? Guan.
So,
Guan 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 Guan.
couple big hits coming here. Obviously, they announced the new heroes, the new map. There's changes to team up abilities, some tweaks to existing ones. But let's go through, I guess, first kind of the team ups. So we did learn that the new one with Emma Frost is going to be it's Emma Frost, Psylocke, and Magneto, and they call this mental projections. So I think in the dev diary, don't they show almost like a shield kind of going up in front
They're
of them?
clones, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
It's like mirror images of not of Emma, but of Psylocke and Magneto. And then
that's
it's like,
exactly what I thought of from D&D mirror
Right.
image.
Mirror image.
so you probably each of them will attack while you attack, similar to Loki's kind of clones.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't know if you have any control over them, or if they're just kind of standard, or if they walk around with you too. And then if they shoot the mirror images, does that hit you? Does that hurt you?
Or
Let's
are
see.
you able to tell what the mirror image is if you're on the opposing team?
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe it changes to
Mm.
your
Mm.
position
Things
every
that make
time.
you
It's
go,
kind of random, so you don't know. Always just shoot in the middle. That's pretty cool.
I mean, what's
That's
going to happen when you have these mental projections and then like a Loki or two Lokis? Like,
Your PC dies.
yeah, you're just going to have
Groot
tons of
calls you
characters.
in after Doctor Strange
Ridiculous.
portals him in.
Ridiculous. Let's see. I was confusing that with the other new one, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch is Arcane Order. So that's where you're going to see Scarlet Witch, right? Pops up those little shields that kind of go up in front
It
of her.
looked like it was a buff to her basic attack. It looked
It was
like
like a
it was
burst attack, like it's like she has like a little. She's like shooting a bunch of things at once. Like
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
That's kind of an interesting one. And then the other new one is Captain America and Winter Soldier. So it gives, what was it, giving Bucky the leap, right? Where he can jump?
yeah,
He's jumping
To
forward.
allies,
Yeah, so is it working like things jump?
maybe.
it seemed like it because they like jump together. Like they're at the end of it, they like smash each other together, and it's like
High
a little-
five.
Yeah.
High five.
High five. We're buddies.
We are getting rid of the Scarlet Witch Magneto.
Boo.
That's a
Team up.
bummer.
That's gone.
I love that as Magneto.
Big one we're also getting rid of is Thor, Cap, and Storm. So you're
Yeah.
not getting that extra shield throw, that extra lightning bolt blast. That is gone with the team ups.
And then that's why who is it? Thor's health went
We're getting
down.
a buff. His
So then
health
he's
went
gonna
up.
buff.
Yeah, he totally needed it.
Because he was the anchor of this, and it
Right.
gave him a seasonal buff. But now he's losing it, so his health is.
It's
base
cool
health
that they
is
did
down.
that. That they basically made that standard. You know, after taking it away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you a little something.
because that was
Here's-
a big concern with the team ups of like once this is gone, this character's going to be terrible. So
So it's like
Um,
it's a test to see if we should increase it or not.
Let's see. Namor has been taken away from the chilling charisma, so no more freezing turrets. However, you've now been added
yeah.
to the Gamma Charge.
It's a Gamma Whale.
Yes, he gets the Gamma turret. So you're shooting out. Which I'm wondering, is it going to be
Where is
green?
he?
I think because I don't
I
think
hope
we saw a
so.
picture of it.
Oh, is it the turret or the whale? That's the
Turret.
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 I thought it was
Yeah.
the whale.
So you lose the
Ice ones,
the ice one, yeah, and now you're shooting a little Gamma.
Those are gonna
which
be
slowed
nasty.
them. So the Gamma one, you think
Can
it
you
would be like a
imagine a
damage over time?
Like, yeah, that'd be cool.
A huge
Little dot.
radioactive
Or
gamma
burning.
whale.
That's what I thought it did.
Did you guys ever see that video from like the 70s where that whale like beached up on the shore and the town decided the best way to get rid of it was just blow it up?
The 1900s.
Literally. So just
it
people
Free
go
Willy?
pause the podcast and go Google that. Like they
Go
literally
watch
tried
a
to do
whale
that.
explode.
No, do not.
They literally did that, Kenzen. I mean, as terrible as it sounds, it
I
like
believe
caused
you.
chaos because there was like molten hot whale dropping from the sky and it like smashed cars. Like people got hurt. Like
So
what?
that's why he is not getting the gamma whale. He's just
right.
getting.
Just getting the turret.
Gamma squids. Gamma squids.
I'm kind of sad at the Winter Soldier being removed from the AMA overload. That sucks.
Just play Punisher.
It was time.
Yeah, but come
Well,
on.
now he's
dude.
got the team up with Cap, so at least they're giving him one back. But with Storm, they removed the team up she was getting with Thor and not giving her one back. So I feel like that's not very nice. Hopefully, she gets one with Ultron.
Ooh yeah.
Psylocke has been removed from the dimensional shortcut. So it's just Black Panther and Magic on that one.
Storm still has a team up with Johnny Storm.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see a couple other things going through this dev diary. They are adding the mission system is being adjusted for the battle pass now. So they're implementing not only the daily and challenges, but they're now adding weekly missions being implemented so that you can earn more chrono tokens throughout. Because on top of that, the seasons now are going to be 2 months long, starting with season 3. So not this season, but moving forward with season 3, only 2 month long seasons.
Is that what they said? Season 2 isn't 2 months?
Nope.
Season
Nope.
3 will
2
be
months.
Starting season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1 to who?
Good.
A
So
three.
I get to breathe for another 3 months, and then no more breathing.
But what do we think
I
of this? Adding more ways to earn chrono tokens.
Oh, on the chrono, I was going to say on the season length. For me, like I have noticed myself playing a lot less in this past month.
How do you do it? Teach
In
me.
the first 2 months. And so I think that I've been like, man, I'm just ready for something else. Give me something else, you know. And so this will be like that. Where it'll be paced, I think, better.
With the chrono tokens, they said you don't get additional ones. It's just rebalancing them. So they're not going to get as many from the dailies probably because that's what can expire and you miss out on those. Then the challenges are every 2 days or whatever. So you can not play for a week, play 1 day on a week and get all the challenges and then your weeklies. And then if you missed a couple dailies, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. I learned that they do expire. So you will not, even though they do stack up, there is some sort of max of days you can go without playing, without losing the opportunity to get all of those points. So, but we talked about it last week too, that you can still keep earning it next season, right? If you don't have enough time to finish it now. So
That's true. Yeah. You know, I always forget about that. Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
but I mean, then you're not going to be able to finish the next season. And you're always going to be behind.
Right. But, you know, hey, you paid for that pass. You still get to work it. It's not, you know, not like Fortnite.
You don't have
or
to
some
buy
of
the
these other
next one, I
games where
guess.
it expires and you're basically like
So good.
forced
Yeah.
to play, you know.
I was hoping that we talked about it last time too. They would add, get 10 chrono tokens every win or something.
Yeah.
if you
That's
don't
one
have any
thing I was
missions
hoping he
left.
was going to say was like, just play the,
Yeah.
because he started saying like, oh, we've seen the discussion online and we've watched how people play. So now you
Heard
get
Mark's
to just
podcast.
play and get some. No, that's right. Guan, he's in the corner right now. He's over here listening.
Well, so what is it that you intrinsically feel that you have to get the tokens for? Like, why is there this huge need that you feel to get as many tokens as you can?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
I just need to finish the battle pass. Once I'm done with the battle pass, I can take a breath. But then what they've done this time is then they put out the pickup bundle. So it was like, oh man, I just finished the battle pass. Okay, now I gotta play every day again because I gotta finish the pickup bundle.
I don't know. Playing devil's advocate, I'm cool with them adding, weekly missions and stuff more opportunities to do things right. I thought it was strange that the justification for it was that people were saying that they weren't that they didn't have enough time to max out the thing to like get everything that they wanted. And it was just like, I get that. I also, full transparency, I bought the
That's what I was
premium
going to say.
battle
You bought
pass.
the premium. So
So I finished it up, and it's kind of like, yeah, if you're not happy with the thing, then just get the other thing.
Yeah.
You know? But I totally get the argument of saying if you can provide another, if there is a way that you can say yes to make something happen and it's not going to break anything, then do it, you know?
yeah.
And I think ultimately that'll help them in the long run, being able to have more venues for ways to get things done.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem
Um,
with more options for people
Yeah.
for sure.
I think
To
it's
get-
odd when it's like people who haven't bought the battle pass or people who are just like, they're not giving me the free, I'm having to work for the free thing. And it's like, it's a free thing. Of course you're having to work for it. Why
Right.
should, it's a free to play game. Like what do you,
I
they
mean,
gotta,
I-
they gotta pump out and, you know,
yeah.
pay Guan somehow.
I mean, for me personally, like I've said it on the podcast before, like I've never had a problem with having to do the day. Like to me, that's the hobby of it, is like logging in every day. What do I have to do today? And hopefully it's not health packs, and I'm just going to refresh that one. But anything else, I'm down for it. And it always keeps the game fresh and
Such a
exciting. And
weird
why I
hill to
jump
die on.
around to all the different heroes and just enjoy every day log in. Okay, what am I going to have to do today? And then coming up with the little strategies of, okay, this character I can play, and I know I can usually knock it out in 1 or 2 matches. And like
Yeah.
focus on that. Now the weeklies, that's going to add another layer, because it's like, okay, well, what is the weekly challenge? And then again, what is the quickest way for me to finish that? So it's coming up with what hero works the best to complete that. And like, to me, that's just part of the fun. And I know some people don't like that, looking at the game that way, but that's kind of how I've always
Can I give you a hot
played
take?
that, you know?
Hot take.
I feel like this game is better played when you save up missions to do, because you can get 3 or 4 missions done concurrently.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I told you guys I did.
Yeah.
That I hadn't played
It's
very
like-
much, and I hadn't completed the battle pass. I hadn't completed the event because I wanted the. We didn't even talk about the freaking the Dream Thickle skin.
Oh, we're getting to it.
and,
Yeah, we'll get to it.
oh, we haven't made it there yet, but I didn't have that event completed at all, and I was like, well, and I wasn't going to. I was like, I'm never going near that thing again. But I saw that skin. I was like, all right, well, now I got to do it. And I went in there and I played like 5 games, and I completed a ton of the challenges that I hadn't done.
Yeah.
Finished the battle pass, finished the event.
Yeah.
Cool, all done.
I don't play during the work week, and so when I play on my weekend, I knock everything out in like 7 or 8 matches, and like I'm good. And so that's why that's why I also have a hard time saying, I think, Mark, like you might actually be doing yourself a disservice by like grinding every day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in like this past week, like having caught up on the battle pass and just playing, like I was knocking, like not even looking at the dailies anymore, because it's like, okay, I finished my battle pass, and I'm just kind of completing some just through just regular play. But I don't know, like I just enjoy that. I even enjoyed it with Overwatch. So like, and honestly, it doesn't, like, I don't want to say it doesn't stress me out to not get them done. I just like to get them done
Yes, it
because I
does.
can.
Yes,
You know
it
what I mean?
does.
Yes.
But I'm not like sitting there just like
Roll the
oh,
tape.
God.
I'm pretty sure you've mentioned
I probably
on the
totally
show
said that,
that it
didn't I?
stresses you out.
feel if you didn't. Has that ever been a test? That's the-
Need to do it.
yeah, let's
In
start
your,
with-
Jeff.
in your professional opinion, Kens, what does that say about Mark?
Well, you know, we'll do the little experiment, and we'll see how he feels after he
I'm
has
gonna
his
go a week.
exposure. I put him through the exposure of not being able to do his dailies for a day.
So yeah,
We'll see
so
how
how do we do that? I have to look at the dailies and figure out what characters to play
Tempt
to not
yourself,
complete the dailies.
feel the feeling, and then walk away.
If you hear me saying you know what time it is next week, then you know something went horribly wrong.
Oh god. Let's see. We also have, this is kind of cool. They're adding new color options to some of the popular costumes, which they didn't say whether those are going to be paid or not, which has me wondering. Like, if you've already
Paid.
paid for these costumes, yeah, that's right. It's going to
Yeah.
be paid.
There's that man. I don't like that.
I don't like it either, Kens. It was
Okay,
like,
okay. Hear me. I'll let you go, and then I'll go. 'Cause
Well,
I have a
if
thought.
it was like, it's the fact that it's the recolors of the like really expensive skins. You know, if it's like, hey, you want more colors? Here's a basic skin, and you there's like 6 other colors for that basic skin for like the 300 or 600 units or whatever that is. Totally fine with that. But if it's like you want to charge me $10 to $20 for a skin, and then tell me that there's a new color of that skin and charge me again, that sucks.
I don't know if it'd be full price though.
You don't have to get it though.
Well, Guan said it's a way to make yourself more
So here's what
customizable, and stand
Personalized.
out more, personalized.
I
whatever.
think they're approaching it the right way, saying we're giving you the option to get color variants, whereas in other games, recolors are presented as completely new skins of their own with their own names and their, and
Yeah.
it's like,
It
guys,
depends
we
on
all
how
know
much it is.
we all know that this is a recolor of this skin.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think right here they're being so upfront, saying, "Hey, we're going to give you the option. You don't have to do it." Personally, I didn't like a lot of the recolors that we saw. I was just like, eh.
And we already have them in the
Cool.
game, right? I mean, there are already, every character has, even though it's not the big paid ones, but you have like the green cloak and dagger, you have the green rocket, and it's the same skin per se. It's just a different color. Now it's not going to be like
No,
these
those are
where it's more
different.
premium.
Those are different. Those are different skin. Those are completely different skins.
I mean, some of them are
They
like
might
the cap
look-
one is because it says like AIM or whatever it says on it, like he's an AIM agent. So it's like, yeah,
But
but
that one's like
Easy, yeah.
that one's an easy recolor. But like the cloak and dagger one, that's a different outfit. Like
I think
even though
it's-
it might look different, it is.
Gray Hulk.
it's really only going to bother me if it's the same price as the original skin was.
Yeah.
If they do it at a lower rate, I think that's fine. Like just like the other recolor skins that Mark is talking about. This quote recolor skins that Mark is talking about.
Yep.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. And I mean, I was thinking like Matt, you mentioned like other games like Overwatch. They don't do it really anymore.
I didn't say that.
I mean,
I
you
just said
can.
other games.
The Battle Pass game, the one you always, what do they call them in the game? Like Ultimate
The
Skin?
Mythic?
Ultimate, yeah.
Yeah, whatever those
Something
are.
like
Initially, those would come with the
Myth.
alternate. You could change between the two, and they weren't just reskin or recolors. They actually would have drastic differences, different helmets. The weapon would look a little bit different. So I almost wish they would kind of do that more. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see kind of where that plays out. They are also adding the ability to gift costumes to your friends,
That's awesome.
which is cool. So that's something
crazy.
that I know people were actually asking for. I had seen that early on. I remember seeing that.
You guys can unblock Mark and he'll stop sending you Venmo requests to help fund his costume addiction. It's okay.
Just
that's
give me
hilarious.
skin.
Let's see. We also had some upgrades. They said to the replay compatibility. So if you have any replays saved up from season 0 or season 1, they will no longer be supported. So go in. Guan is telling everybody to save your replays. And yeah, so moving forward, they're going to have this whole new compatibility thing to the network. So you're going to lose those replays. So
Right.
Save
So
'em.
the upgrades are to just the basic network. So it's going to be better network connectivity while you're playing it. But because they're doing that, it messes with your previous replays, which
Yep.
has happened in other games before.
right.
So
I better get on that quick. I got so many.
All those awesome plays, right, Matt?
All those
those
awesome-
magic plays.
magic
all those
games.
MVPs that I have.
Yeah. Let's see so the big patch came out shortly before we recorded here. So some of the ones in there we'll throw out. I mean, we mentioned Captain America. They said that they are stepping up his competitive edge by making him a team anchor. However, it looks like he's actually getting a little bit of a nerf, right? From what we can tell, his base health is going down just a little bit. The shield value of his living legend is even going down as well.
Sorry, dirtbags.
So we're gonna kind of see how that plays
Fun
out.
online.
Let's see. Mr. Fantastic, Penny Parker, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and Rocket and Jeff are all going to be fine-tuned via team-up abilities and general balance adjustments. But those are slowly going to roll out, they said, through the season. This isn't going to be just like a right off the bat that these are all going to hit.
Really?
Penny's getting some buffs.
I like this. I like to call these out because
Yeah.
I'm not a Penny main anymore because now I'm into Black Panther and Magic. I think I'm a duelist, but Penny's a great time. She's allowing her to do critical hits with her basic attack, and it's reducing the movement
Critical.
speed penalty from 40% to 20% while she's shooting. So you can just keep on that auto fire and you move around a bit quicker now. And she's getting an extra 100 health, so it's amazing.
Yep.
I love it.
Let's see. Hulk is getting a little bit more movement, which is kind of cool. His base speed's going up to 650, and now his leap is going to be half a second on the charge to leap rather than 0.7 seconds. And
Love it.
His guard is going to 10 seconds as well, so he's going to be
Guan's listening to me
a
and
little
my
bit
needs.
beefier. Thor, right? We mentioned Thor's health going up. So, Ken, how you feeling about that?
It says 600. I said 650 earlier. It's up to 600. Yeah, big
To
fan.
9,000.
His movement speed too. Him and Hulk are going to be zipping around.
That's awesome.
the,
I'm excited.
Yeah, he's definitely not fast enough. Scary enough.
They did mention Strange getting the nerf, so he is his daggers are going to be the damage going down a little bit from 18 to 16 now, and the conversion ratio of his dark magic damage is going down as well. So that's going to be interesting because like Strange, you still see him played a lot, or at least I do, and so I'm going to be wondering now that Thor and Hulk, even though yes they play differently, and not really having the shield, I guess Hulk kind of has that. Are we going to just see Doctor Strange kind of go by the wayside, especially with Emma coming in, having that shield? You know, I think Strange might be taking a little seat
On his way out.
this season. Let's see. In terms of duelists for Black Widow, Natasha's receiving optimizations to her shooting experience. They're adding a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using the Electroplasma Explosion. So what does that
I
mean?
don't know what any of that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know if this is going to fix her. That's what I got to say.
Her kick ability that allows her to zip to a character will also now refill her magazine.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Oh, that's
like
good.
a
Yeah,
reload.
thank you.
Let's see. Hawkeye, his mobility, I guess, while drawing his bow is being enhanced. So they're reducing the slow effect while charging it from 30% to 20%. And increasing damage for his hypersonic arrow a little bit, and decreasing the cost of his hunter sights. So he's going to be popping that off a little bit more, which is probably a good thing because I mean I never really play him, but whenever I do, because I'm missing half my shots, I never am building up my ultimate quick enough. So sure,
Yep.
give me so I could actually use it maybe by the end of the match.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's going to help. Let's see. Hela, she's getting a little bit of reduction in her mobility, which is kind of interesting. But her and even I guess the cooldown for her
That's
astral flock is
significant.
going up. That is 3 seconds, man, on that. That's kind of crazy.
That's needed for her a lot. So that really sucks.
Human
Excited about
Torch.
this one.
Where has he kind of been this season? Like I don't
feel
see
low.
him that often like anymore, but I guess his attack feedback and survivability are being improved to enhance his impact across various combat scenarios. So they're reducing his attack interval for the fire cluster from 0.6 to 0.5, and the launch timing of his primary attack has been advanced, they said. And they're increasing the cooldown of his flame meteor from 12 to 15, but adding a new effect. After releasing the flame meteor, immediately gains 75 bonus health, which I think is kind of needed because a lot of times you get shot down out of the sky.
What's the flame meteor? Is that his movement ability?
So it's a meteor that's a flame.
That's where he
so it's
smashes
like a-
down.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
He
Okay.
smashes down.
Oh,
the
that's where he smashed the gun. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that is
Oh,
good to get extra bonus health
It's
after
charge.
going in.
Yeah.
because you
Smart.
basically open yourself up. Yeah, you smash down, pop everybody up, but then everybody just focuses you, and you're not able
Yeah,
to
you
get
die.
back up. Yep.
You're gone.
I always think of like somebody bashing their head through a wall. When that move is done, just like because you just see Human Torch just like
Yeah.
zoom
Nice.
to the ground and explode, and it was just
Yeah.
like,
Meteor.
"That hurt my guy."
Let's see. Iron Man, they're reducing his hitbox size, so I'll take that. And he's also gaining 100 bonus health after activating his armor overdrive or the gamma overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. That's pretty big, man, I think, because not only is his hitbox getting smaller, but to get that extra health. I mean, a lot of times when I play Iron Man, I still kind of stay down to the ground, but whenever you start going up, that's when, of course, you kind of become this sitting target. So I think being able to kind of activate your armor overdrive and then get that health is definitely going to help. Let's see. Iron Fist.
This is a big one.
Yeah, what are they doing? A slight improvement to his mobility and slight reduction to his survivability when first entering the battlefield.
Increased combat effectiveness against vanguards is a pretty big deal there.
Yeah. So how's that working? Let's see. Reducing his
they're-
bonus max health gain from the Harmony recovery, but slow fall off rate of 25 per from 25 to 15 per second. Lower fixed damage from 10 to 9, but increase a percent damage of the enemy's max health. Okay, so I guess the more health they have, the more damage you do.
Just like Wolverine.
Yeah. So that's how you're going to take down those
I
Vanguards.
don't like that.
It's going to be a tank shredder, man. He's going to take him out. Mr. Fantastic supposedly is getting a buff. Let's see. His base health is going up.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you never know what Guan Guan says. I don't trust him.
Yeah. Hashtag Guan Guan lied. Boosted damage of his stretch
literally
punch.
can't be bad mouthing him. We are partners with the game.
So his stretch punch is being buffed. His inflated state is being buffed. Flexible
Great.
elongation. So enemies within range now suffer 35% slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation cooldown from 10 to 8. So what is that? That's your wall? Flexible elongation? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like his. I don't know.
When he
actually.
becomes
Is that when
big,
he blows up?
I think.
He's like
He's
bounce man.
buffed. Yeah, I think so. So the people around that you're chasing down, they also slow. Or I don't know if he slows if he's in that move. He looks like he's moving slower because he's bigger, but
Enemies within range.
Yeah. And you are now also, when you pop your ult, your Brainiac bounce, you immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering the inflated state.
okay. So you don't have to go inflated and then pop your ult. It's just like another
You just got it.
bonus health. This is great. I also play a lot of Mr. Fantastic, so this is fantastic.
This is kind of a crazy one. So Moon Knight, his crescent dart speed has been increased from 120 to 150 meters per second. That's fast. That's his like shift, right?
The big one.
big one?
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
Let's see. Moon Knight's new
looking thing.
effect: gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to 100. That's pretty crazy. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will begin to fall off at 20 per second.
I thought
So-
Moon Knight was good. What are they doing?
I don't know.
He's better now.
Speed up his hook pull, so that went from 0.4 seconds to 0.15
Good
seconds.
lord.
So that quick escape where you point at the ground and pop yourself up, whoo, get out of there quick.
Wow.
You could pop up, aim down, bing, 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 get some extra health. Done.
Bing, bang, bing.
Bing, bong, bing. Let's see. Scarlet Witch reducing her survivability, but increasing her threat level against strategists and
Boosting
duelists.
her
while
survivability.
optimizing her ultimate ability release experience. So her removing her chaos control percentage damage. They're also, let's see, increasing her
100 bonus health while she's ulting.
Chthonian burst projectile. Wow. Also reworking that slow effect of her reality erasure. It starts at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately. So with a linear increase to a 35% slow over 3.5.
Is this
So-
a red?
The little
Bubble
red
thing?
ball thing, yeah, that's on the ground.
Hmm.
So I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think that works okay because it's kind of awkward as is.
It gives someone to run away now before
Yeah.
you start.
Never return.
Let's see. This is pretty good. I like this one. So Star-Lord reducing his damage output and the efficiency of
goodness.
his ultimate ability charge rate.
Thank goodness.
That
I like those two.
man, when he pops that, we should have put that in the poll because a lot of times when you hear
Legendary?
him, it's
Yes.
just like it's rough.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not scary. That's
And
just
it lasts. It lasts for so long.
It does.
Like you hear it, you hide, and you're like, "Oh yeah, it should probably be done yet. Be done
He's
now."
still
And then you
blasting
pop
away.
out, and he's waiting for you.
And they're introducing a new damage fall off. I like that because like a lot of
Yeah.
times he's like halfway across, or it seems like he's all the way
Yeah.
down the lane. And
Headshots.
you're getting shot, and you're like, what?
Yep.
How's that even happening?
Shot.
Mhm.
Winter Soldier lowering his threat level against Vanguards and reducing the margin of error. Let's see. Increase the cooldown time for the bionic hook from 8 to 12 seconds.
Ooh.
Hmm.
So that kind of sucks. Base damage
a
of
lot.
the Kraken impact from 100 to 80, but lowering the culling threshold from 20 of his maximum health to 15%.
What's Kraken Impact? Is it the thing he throws?
The big ball,
His
yeah,
ultimate
the energy
ability.
ball.
Oh, it's his ultimate. Oh yes.
Oh, it
says
is.
that
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
It's, where,
It is,
it's just again where he hits the ground.
again.
So everything that I've said while we've been reading these patch notes, don't believe a single word I've said. I've been sitting in the patch notes from season 1 going, why are these where is Mark getting all this? Because
You have been
Hashtag
smart
did
by
say-
opposite.
I
Like
said
Mark will
screw-
say something and you'll say the opposite of what he says.
I
So
was
it's
like,
good to know
Mark,
that-
no, Mark, it's
They're going
this.
back on the changes they made last time.
Yeah.
So they
Scarlet
made the
Witch-
same changes the other way.
I go, they're reducing her survivability, and Matt goes, they're boosting it.
Increasing.
Mark, it clearly says they're giving her 100 extra. Oh my god.
Ah.
Like, taking it away now.
At least you caught it halfway through.
That's right.
Last one.
3/4
Wolverine.
away. Let's see. Wolverine tuning his rage acquisition rates. So you increase rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10. And you gain some more from the Berserk Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5.
Yeah,
Also,
it's increasing from 7 to 20.
man, let's see. Reducing the time an enemy is knocked down after
Nice.
impact from last stand
Just call
from
me
1
Guan.
to 2.75. I mean, you know what? I guess probably because we play in the lower tiers, I guess, and we don't. I wouldn't say I don't see a ton of Wolverines, I guess.
Oh,
So-
man,
I
I
do.
do.
You
Quite a
do?
bit.
They're the worst. Yeah.
See, I don't
Especially
see
as
him
a
enough.
tank.
The worst as in hard to deal with, or the worst
Yeah.
as in
Well,
just
it's as
bad?
it's because I play tank and it's like
Yeah.
if I don't have like a duelist helping me out, like that's just done. Like if Wolverine's in my face, it's
Slice you
over.
down
Yeah.
and push you around.
To the strategist Adam Warlock, they're reducing the frequency of his abilities. So his Soul Bond
Wow.
is from 30 to 40. Soul Bond is the one where you kind of connect everybody, right? And they
Yes.
all,
Yeah.
yeah. So that kind of
Bond
sucks,
their
man.
health pools.
I don't.
Because that's like he doesn't have very many heals as it is, and now they're
Right.
getting rid of one of them. Well, not getting rid of it, but it's like an extra third longer.
Yeah, let's see. Karmic Revival, his ultimate now restores 30% of a fallen ally's maximum health instead of a fixed 100
that's
health.
nice.
So that's good. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
good.
Especially when you have,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
great.
you're putting
For tanks.
putting up a Vanguard, yeah. Let's see. Cloak and Dagger, optimizing the logic of the Dynamic Duo's ultimate. So after activating Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the
Okay.
duration of the final
This
healing
is
zone
exactly
ends.
what it said in the last patch notes. Because I was reading ahead to strategist. This is word for word exactly what it said in the last patch note.
Guan lied. Let's see. Invisible Woman will be fine-tuning Susan's protective capabilities. So they're decreasing the shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250.
So store brand contact lenses.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not as
that's
good.
good stuff.
Loki increasing the regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30. So this is when he puts down the health
Jeez.
field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think part of that was because it seems like some team fights just go on and on and on
Yeah, yeah.
because you just have all these Lokis dropping those all over. Mantis looking for strategy over speed, so they're reducing her base health from 275 to 250, and the effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds.
Whoa.
You can throw like those damage increases and stack it all on one person.
I guess so, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
And then good old Rocket healing abilities will see some adjustments. They're decreasing the healing area of the repair mode spheres from 70 health per second to 50, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to hit or to allies hit. So you're not just going to be launching these out to not hit the enemies, but if you or your allies, but if you actually hit them, they're immediately getting 55. I guess
that's
plus the 50 per second. Then I guess
Yeah.
the
Does
one-time
it like absorb it and stop it from going
maybe
around?
that could be. Yeah. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meters per second to 7. So they're increasing that. So that should be fun. Extend the
Projectile
cooldown.
speed reduction increased. How
That
does
is
that work?
that okay.
If 1 plus
Does
1
it
is
go
2,
slower?
and
Use our
2
brain.
is 4.
It's gonna go faster.
It's
It seems
because
like it would go
so
faster.
the speed reduces as it comes close to an ally. So it's going to go slower when it's closer to an ally. Right. You know, because it goes fast if it's not healing anybody, but as
Yeah.
soon as it comes in and starts healing somebody, the projectile speed reduces. And the amount of that reduction has been increased. So it's going to slow down even more. So it's easy to keep up with the floating ball and maybe run into it so you get your burst health.
You get the 55. All right, so they're changing their brackets healing. I like that. Let's see. Extend the cooldown. I don't like this. Extend the cooldown for Jetpack Dash from 6 to 10.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
I'm just a little guy. I need to get out of there.
I'm telling
You
you,
get
man.
2 of them though,
You
right?
still around the wall.
You get 2 of them, but like half the time I use one to dash one way, and
use
you have like
2,
a Black
yeah.
Panther on you or an Iron Fist. You go one way, and then you try to shoot back the other way, and then you can usually run up a wall, and then by that point you have another one set. But now it's going to take longer to get that.
And you don't go as far. 10 to
and
8
you're not going as
meters.
far. His ultimate ability, the damage boost, has been decreased.
Oh,
40 to 25. But add a new effect during the ability's duration. Linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at
wow.
150. So this is huge. We've been asking, or a lot of people have been asking, for not just the damage boost, but give a little bit of health. So here we go. After breaking the link, this bonus starts to fall off. So it will stick even when the ultimate, the CYA goes away. But yeah,
I like that.
so takes a little bit longer though. It says the energy increases from 3,700 to 4,000. But yeah, I like that. I think that's good. Good rocket change. Yeah.
wow,
So
that's
there
a
we go.
lot.
So we talked a lot about the team ups. We won't go through all those again. But yeah, that's a lot in the patch
And
notes.
these literally just came out like 10 minutes before the show or whatever.
Yeah.
So these are our first time going through them.
That's kind of why we spent a little bit of time going through those. And had to-
Usually I don't think we
Some of us
usually
didn't
do
start
that.
going through
But
them until 3 minutes ago.
The right ones.
Let's see a couple other things coming. So with ranked in the Dev Diary, they talked about ranked. Competitive ranks, of course, are being reset. You're going to drop 9 ranks, I guess you want to call it. So, but the one they showed is if you're in Diamond 1, you're going to go all the way down to Silver 1.
Yep. Divisions.
So if you're like most of us here, where we just got gold to get the skins, you're just going to go right back to
yeah,
Bronze.
just might as well just keep
Yep.
grinding.
Let's see. They are actually pulling 2 maps from the competitive rotation. So the Eastgard Royal Palace, which is a good thing. Right? Or actually, is that the Convoy or the Domination?
Is that a big
That's
deal?
domination.
Okay.
I
I'm good
believe.
with that because it has a map that I don't like.
That's Scrooge McDuck's room.
And
And
shouldn't
our favorite
Shibuya-
health pack. Everybody's favorite health pack. Gone.
That's
from
right.
ranked.
Gone from competitive, according
Gone.
to Rivals Assemble audience. It's gone from your competitive rank.
Everybody who plays.
Shin Shibuya is gone as well, which I think sucks. The map with the best name is gone.
But they are adding the new map. So you'll get to see that. And I didn't see enough of the Central Park map. So, but this is just in ranked as well, right? So quick play
Correct.
still
Oh,
has
yeah,
all
it's
of
still
them.
gonna be out
So
there. You're
I
right.
won't really notice then because I'm mostly play.
Quick matches, custom games still have every map, and tournaments are going to use the map rotation. So those 2 will be gone, and the Krakoa map will be in. Which again, we've talked about this before, just how interesting it is to have like new heroes and even new maps immediately enter the competitive space. Right. In other games like Overwatch and that, they don't put the heroes or the maps into place yet, just until they can kind of see how they play out. But I kind of dig this that they just kind of are like, no, we're putting it out there. You guys figure it out.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody's plays on the same spot. So
yep. Let's see some other competitive enhancements. So they're increasing the level to enter competitive from 10 to 15, which
is that to deter Smurfs?
yeah, but Smurfs are still going to get in there. It's going to take them a couple more games to be able to do that. The pick ban system will now be in there starting from gold 3 rather than diamond. So we can finally take part in that pick
See
ban.
what that's like.
Yep. And this is the big one for me. I think that individual performances will now have a bigger weight in rank. So the better you perform, the more points you'll earn in a victory and the fewer you'll lose in a defeat. So this at least gives you a little bit of hope that, you know what, you may be on that team that's not working well together, but as long as you go out there and do the best that you can, which sometimes is still pretty hard because, in competitive, if you have a well choreographed team on the other side and your team is just a mess, you're just going to get totally stomped. So sometimes like I'll be like, all right, well, I'm just going to do the best I can to heal. I can't even heal because there's a Spider-Man jumping all over me. So it looks like I did nothing, but it was like I physically could not do anything in the game because the Spider-Man just took me out. But I'm glad they're putting that in there rather than just kind of a blanket.
I kind of felt like this was already there. I know that we kind of talked about the rank inflation on a previous episode and how that happens by how much you get if you win and how little you get if you lose.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I kind of thought that's
It
kind of what
was
happening.
because they say it's now bigger weight. So
Okay.
it was
Well,
there.
more
They're just now
heavily
weighing it
weighted.
even more
Yeah.
than they did
Cool.
before.
Personal. And
So-
that's going to stop people from throwing the games too if they get sour.
Right.
Right.
Well,
They're like,
I
well,
would
at
think-
least I have a chance to keep trying and not just feed them.
If I still perform well, my rank will reflect
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. A couple other things. He said the studio has been exploring and prototyping new modes they plan to introduce eventually. So
Yeah, this was a bit cryptic in the two things, and we were talking about this before the show. The first thing he says is control multiple heroes at once, or something like that.
man, please?
So,
well. That was when he was talking about wanting everybody to fulfill your like superhero fantasies or something
Right.
like that.
that's what he's.
So
And
that
then
wasn't when he was
says
talking
they're
about the new
making
modes. That was when he said
Yeah.
your superhero fantasies.
It's the same, I think.
Okay.
Because after he says that, then he talks about, and we're working on these are coming in new modes. So this control more than one hero simultaneously. What we were thinking is like, well, my first thought is it kind of like what was that, the 3 Vikings or whatever in Heroes of the
The
Storm?
Lost Vikings.
Lost
Yeah.
Vikings, and you're one, and then you can hit a button and transport, and now you're taking control of another one. Hit a button.
So
and do
Marvel
that.
Ultimate Alliance.
Kind
Is
of.
that how it works? Maybe.
Yep.
Could be.
I mean, my
But
thought
this-
was that's Ultron, right? Ultron, you're going to have the Ultron bots kind of,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have multiple bots kind of around the map or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if Cloak and Dagger, it'd be kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Switch modes. And then the second thing he said was transcend the competitive boundaries. So my first thought is they're doing some PvE stuff, which would be cool. Like live the moment at the gala while Ultron
Oh yeah.
shuts down the party and sends all his bots, and then you and your team of X-Men have to take down the bots and defend
Defend
from
the portal.
Ultron.
I mean, I would think they would be crazy to not at least be thinking about PvE now. I know originally they kept saying, we're not doing
Please.
PvE, we're not doing it. But come on. Like,
Just for like an event,
I
not
think
like
it would
Yeah.
just add
Just a
so
mode.
much. And I mean, it'd be a great way to tell the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like here, the opening scene of the season, like you just mentioned, Ultron comes through. How great would that be? Defend the portal. Like you got to stop them from taking over the gala. And it's all these Ultron bots coming through. And like then you have a little boss fight at the end with Ultron. Boom, done. And
Cool.
that'd be great for the first half of the season. Like that's how it culminates that last week. It's one mission. It's only available then. I think would be cool. But we shall see. Now, also starting with season 3, and this is crazy, a new hero will debut every single month. So they
Many
originally
heroes.
told us, that season 1 was going to be different and it was an oversized XL season. And that's why we got the 4 heroes. Don't expect it. But, they're going to be on a good cadence of 2 heroes a season. They've now not only shortened the seasons to 2 months, but now we're going to have, or he's committing themselves to a new hero every month.
Right.
What do you guys
Each
think of
half
that
season
pace?
will be a month.
I
Right.
don't like it.
It's
I mean, I
crazy.
like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm stoked. Neil and I have talked about this before. It's just like I think they're gonna run themselves down so fast. When it's like I don't know if anyone's putting that pressure on you to do that. Like who's
Yeah.
telling you that you need to do this? But like even every other month would be great. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 6 heroes a year. That's still a lot. With
Right.
restructuring team ups and things like that.
Well,
if you're
yeah,
doing
that-
like
I didn't even
That
really
would be-
consider that, Matt, but yeah, you're right. So not only are you getting 12 heroes now a year, but then who knows what those team ups are going to be? Either team ups
Every
amongst
2
those
months.
12 or existing and changing the existing or dropping them down. I mean, there's so much.
And then all of these patch changes, right? Like the balance changes. So they're going to be balancing it every 2 months. It's crazy.
it's like
I
you
think-
need specific team members only focusing on looking forward to the next team up shifts.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think
something
they
where it's
already have tons of heroes already built in the
Mhm.
pipe that they're doing. They're done. They're finished. They're just testing. They're balancing. They're already done. This every hero a month thing, I do not think is going to be a thing in the coming years. This year, they're like, yeah, we got them ready. We just got to balance them. It's not, we can do that in a month. It's not gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
But once that like bin of heroes is out the door, I think we're probably gonna see some slowdown in how they come out.
Yeah. I think season 0 showed them that they can do a season in a month, right? Because how long was season 0? Was it 5 weeks? I think.
Yeah, it was just a little over a month.
Yeah. So it's like I think that showed
This
them. Hey,
game
we
only
could
came
do
out in
this.
December.
Yeah. And on top of that, over in the chat, Max Horn says it, but like all the skins you're gonna have to buy. I mean, I think really. I mean, I hate to say it, but like,
You don't have to buy them.
I know, but what I'm saying is that they're realizing how much money they can make. So hey, let's
can
make this
gift them to
season.
me.
Instead of 3 months, let's cut it to 2 months. And hey, we're putting skins out literally every week. There's been 2 new skins in this game since launch. We can just keep doing it because the faster we put the heroes out, that's more we
But
can
if
sell.
if that puts too much pressure on devs and there's too much crunch, the quality of the game is going to go down.
Right.
And so
Right.
there needs to be like I do think that they're done. Like they just need to like we're gonna be okay. Like just chill. Don't.
Yeah.
Because also, if we get to the point where it's like you're rolling out characters, like, I mean, I almost like the concept of one character a month, but it's like if you're rolling out Cyclops or Jean Grey or, you know, like a S tier hero, then in a month's time, it's just like, oh, on to the next one.
They're
Oh,
old
give me a
now.
little bit more time to play them, to like,
Yeah.
you know, let them have their day in the sun. But it also then if it's like if you're going to start feeding me, you know, like mining the depths of characters, and I'm getting like Cypher and Doug Ramsey or Cypher is Doug Ramsey and like Warlock from, you know, the New Mutants, or, you know, just like random heroes, you know, like the equivalent of DC Comics Kite Man. Like like don't give me that either. Like
Yeah.
stick to the A tier stuff, I feel.
Keep it great. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't, you know, in the end, I give them all the credit in the world for, again, announcing it because, like I've said before in the show, knowing from just past podcasts that I've done about specific games and things that certain devs say, and then when they don't deliver on certain things because of whatever reason, even they can have the best reason in the world, the internet's going to riot and bring the pitchforks out. So I would almost rather them have not said that, because the minute
the
they can't
internet.
do it, then the internet explodes. So, because people are always going to think you owe us these characters. You said you were going to do this. And it's like, oh, man. So we'll see. But again, I mean, I'm excited. It's going to keep us playing, right? We're going to keep coming back to it because there's always gonna be something
Cautiously
fresh.
optimistic.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess did we miss anything, guys? I mean, I know, you know, we kind of
Probably.
breezed through a lot of this. I mean, although we're an hour and a half already in this podcast, which I
I
think
got to
we're
end it in 20 minutes.
I think we're gonna hit the 2 hours. I'm
Nope.
feeling it.
Don't break my hopes and dreams.
Like we said, we will be able to get early access as usual to this. So next week, I think next week we'll probably put the show out early like we normally do, maybe on that Thursday, and we'll give you all our thoughts on these
Thursday.
characters. So Thursday, yeah. So be on the
Literally
lookout
what it is.
for that. A couple other things and things that we were, well, actually first, before we get to that, there's a new Scarlet Witch skin coming as well. So you can actually see it in the trailer. All you're going to have to do, I guess, beginning on April 11th, is play some matches to earn the Scarlet Witch's Chaos Gown costume and nameplate for free on April 11th. You get not only the new skin, but you also get a nameplate as well. It was a total of 9 matches, I think, right? Is what they said. With that play, it just says play matches
Yes.
to earn. So yeah, 9 total matches. It looks like it's going to kind of work like the pickup bundle. So I have a feeling you'll probably be locked to a couple matches a day. But yeah, skin looks cool,
I
man.
believe this is the Russell Dodderman actual Hellfire Gala from year 1, I think.
Oh, nice.
2021.
Cool. So yeah, so make sure you get in your game, which I mean, everybody's going to be playing on April 11th. You're just going to get it and not even realize it. You're just going to be playing season 2 and you're just going to get this free Scarlet Witch skin. So yeah, get in there and play. Let's see. We had, guys, some new skins prior to all the season 2 content. New skins as always.
Boring.
Yeah. And this is the Ronin skin and the Thor skin, the Thor's Lore of Asgard skin.
Thor's
let's
lore skins.
let's first talk about this Thor skin. It
Oh,
says,
man.
forge your own path to victory, but to dream beyond the horizon of self-imposed limitations, that I might become so much more than I am. The kingdom of Asgard and the kingdom of Earth might become so much more than they ever thought possible. Become the limitless and create your own destiny with Thor's Lord of Asgard costume appearing in Thor 1998 number 60 for the first time. And Ken, do you have some information about this skin that might have happened?
It's incredible. It came out as we were starting the show, and I had to log in before we started and buy it. So it is now mine. It is one of the coolest skins I've ever seen before. It is an instant buy. The crows around him, just this big furry feathery coat like that. His helmet,
Nice.
like it's this thing is S tier skin. S tier Thor skin.
tier.
Can't wait to play with my Thor skin later.
Gross.
Kind of gross. Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, he looks awesome. His helmet is like a full face mask, right? But he's still got like the hair sticking out.
Yeah,
So-
it's like a
Full chest plate as well. That looks I thought it kind of looked Iron Man-ish or
And
Doctor
Jurgens.
Doom.
More Doom. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kind of the
Yeah.
the Rivals Doom.
I don't know what this is from, but whatever it is, I'm gonna go read it.
1998.
1998.
Just
Thor.
number 60. Looks great.
Let's see the Ronin skin. This was first appeared in New Avengers 2004, number 27. Clint Barton appears as Ronin, delivering the crucial fatherly wisdom to Kate. He says, "That's not living life. That's just being a tourist. Take every shot, Kate. If it's worth caring about, no matter how impossible you think it is, you take the shot. Embrace the samurai within and take action as Ronin." I remember like from day one saying that like Hawkeye,
Yeah,
they needed
he
that
really
Ronin
did.
skin, and kind of the default rival skin looks like Ronin. This is Ronin, man, and it's badass. This is sick. I wish I played him because this would probably be a must buy.
Challenge next week.
I think that might be my challenge for you, Mark. We'll say Hawkeye, no bow and arrow, only swords.
only melee
Swords
Hawkeye.
only.
Yeah, so you have to
Slappers
wait for that
only?
cooldown every time you use it.
Whew. Okay, we'll see.
He
We'll
looks
see.
cool. And I remember you mentioning too, will there be Ronin with and without the hood? Will that be a
Oh, that would have been sweet, but
Option.
no. From we can tell, no. Imagine if that's what, like, instead of how we mentioned like the colors, if that's what it is, like hood up,
Yeah.
hood down.
Oh, and you have to pay for it? No, thank you.
Yeah. I was like, Ken's
Same
gonna
price?
get triggered.
Yeah, Ken's like, nah.
It's only 1,700 more blues,
No.
guys.
Get that
Click
out.
the
Get
mask
that out.
off.
It's crazy. Let's see some other news from the week. As we talked about last week, there was the April Fool's event, and of course, it was true. It was the what do they call this? The symbiote
green
boogie.
pickle?
So yes,
Twerking Venom, come on.
Twerking Venom says, yeah, that's right. It's not a joke. Finish Galactus Cosmic Adventure and collect all 24 rewards to unlock the symbiote boogie emote. Because nothing says cosmic chaos like watching your hero bust a slimy move on the battlefield.
Gross.
A slimy move.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. What do you guys think of this being the actual?
There are no words. This
Does
is.
it has anybody else got it?
I got it. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
got it.
Have-
Yeah.
So personally love that he is dancing to Luna's like theme song.
Hit.
Yep.
Song.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
The game takes itself seriously when it needs to, and takes itself 100% not seriously when it needs to.
Yeah, I think it's great too, having the lingering imprint skin and the Space Knight skin. Watching the emote with those skins rather than just the base or even the
Like so vicious.
the Dream Thickle.
Dreamsicle.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, very cool for them adding that to the game. Hey, Matt, you got some news. Actually, I don't think we mentioned you actually changed your name on PC and became the Dream Thickle.
I am Dream Thickle with
Oh,
and I'm a
really?
Dream
I didn't
I'm a
know
Dream
that.
Dream Thickle Venom main on PC. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Love that.
So if you want the name Dream Thickle and you can't get it, it's Matt's
It's
fault.
because Matt.
Very.
There's a price. 12,000
I'll
balloons.
sell you my. No, I won't. I won't. That's not-
Let's see.
the
This
skin.
week, Marvel Rivals #1, actually, the physical copy went on sale at newsstands, so you can go pick that up now if you want. And you can also, while picking it up, get your bonus Unlimited Appetite, Jeff the Land Shark in-game spray when you pick it up on sale at your local comic shop. So that's kind of cool. Little throw in. They're throwing in there for people to grab. Matt, you actually got a couple copies of these, right?
Yeah, so wow, calling me out. Yeah, there are a few different variant covers, 3 that were available very widely, and then a couple, I think 4 other ones. One that is a Peach Momoko Galacta, like holding baby Jeff the Shark.
Aw.
And there's like a chibi cover with like Invisible Woman and like other versions of the characters. There's a really dope one that is it's an homage to a historic Spider-Man cover, and I can't remember for the life of me. But I have a copy of that coming, and the other one is, I think it's a Luna Snow and Jeff, but those are a lot harder to find out there. But yeah, you can check your local comic store. It's all 5 issues of the Infinity comic printed together physically for the first time. But shelf price should be $6.99, I think.
How does it look? Have you opened it up?
Yeah,
How did-
it's great.
How did it translate Infinity to paper?
They do a good job at breaking it up. It feels natural reading it.
Does it feel like a normal comic for the most
Yeah.
part? Like reading it? Yeah. Cool.
I will say I do find it a little strange that they put the Marvel Unlimited spray as the spray for this. You know, you almost wish, I kind of wish they would have came up with a specific one for this, you know, to kind of show that you bought
Physical?
that one. Yeah. Like, you know, the Marvel Unlimited one was because you are subscribed to Marvel Unlimited, where this, it's like, hey, I bought this physical comic. Give me the Marvel Unlimited spray. Kind of weird, but, of course.
Well,
it's a different
to be
word.
fair, they put it with the digital code that you would use to redeem it on
Oh, okay. All right.
through Marvel Unlimited. So it's a QR code. And if you hop on the Discord, I have one code that I'm going to be giving away.
Oh, nice.
So go there for more details. But it's a QR code and then just like a numeric or alphanumeric code, which you would just put in on the website, and it gives you a digital copy of that book. And so I used to be super toxic about that when I was buying a lot of physical books. I'd have to have like a catch-up day, which was like one Saturday a month where I'd have like my stack of comics and I'd go through and peel off the little stickers,
Yes. Remember those?
And-
Yeah.
enter the codes online so I could make sure that I'd be getting my digital copy. And
Yeah. They just totally stopped doing digital copies like that, didn't they? Like,
no, they're
No,
still
there's
doing it
right here.
but I just stopped buying a lot of physical.
yeah. Yeah, I'm totally digital now, man. Every once in a while, there'll be a book that I want to get physical, but everything's digital now. All right. Well, guys, that's going to be it for the news.
That's it?
That's it. Not much. Not
Oh,
much
wow.
going on in the world of Marvel Rivals. Let's move on here to our lore segment that we call the Cerebro Files. All right. Well, with everything going on, I will be honest and say that I know we still are going to talk about season 1.5. But I mean, my head is like spinning from everything that we saw, kind of just all throughout the day today. But let's jump into it here to season 1.5, The Eternal Night Falls. So this is the second half of the season. Essentially, how are our heroes able to take out the one and only Dracula, who has taken over New York City, put his castle into Central Park? Neil, how you feeling? You wanna take the lead on this one?
Sure. Yeah. I guess the second event we had, it was more newspaper stuff. The biggest thing is the release of the new map, as you said. Kind of everyone was collecting their pages, and we played Midtown enough that we scanned all the pages. And so one of the events had Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange kind of finishing up their Trudy, their time stream reintegration device that they were using the pages to try and get rid of Eternal Night. And then they are interrupted by Tony Stark. He comes and says, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? I helped work on this device too." And Tony Stark does not miss a launch of a new project. his projects. So he like starts to attack them. Mr. Fantastic goes elastic and like sucks up a Tony Stark alt kind of thing. And he just says, "Oh, I wasn't aiming for you. I was aiming to destroy these pages because you guys are missing you shouldn't be operating this yet. You guys are missing the two most important pages, which was the Montesi formula and the Vampire Verses. And I think we got to kind of figure this out before you start pushing this along." So it came to like a halt, their rivalry, I guess. And I think Tony has convinced them that, okay, you're right. We should figure this out and maybe go right to the source and take out Dracula himself.
Yeah. And, meanwhile, while all that's happening, then you see Central Park where Squirrel Girl has her base of operations, which I think is cool that you get to, I'm sure a lot of people have done it when you were on offense. You kind of get to hang out in Squirrel Girl's little base and go around. You could actually see the tabletop
Helicopter?
game in there, which is awesome. Which, I mean, how cool would that be if they released that, or something like
I'd
that?
buy it for sure.
I know you would.
It looks so cool.
I think we'd all would, man. That'd be great. It'd be
Yeah,
sick to have that.
Blade, vampire killer, whatever it was.
Yep. But we do know Dracula has not only Blade, but he also has Ratatoskr basically captive.
Chained up.
And because he knows Ratatasker's horn can take out himself. So on that map, you're trying to, of course, save him if you're on offense. Depending on how things play out, if you do actually win on offense, it's at that moment that if you watch that final kind of splash screen, that's where you see Mr. Fantastic essentially from is he in the Baxter building or the Avengers building at that point, where you see the beam kind of shoot towards Central Park and the big bubble that's over
I
believe
think
that's
it's
the Baxter
the Baxter building. Yeah.
big beam shoots out, knocks down this kind of protective bubble around
Big beam from
Dracula's
the Baxter
castle.
building.
At the same time, you see in that cutscene as well, Squirrel Girl herself riding Ratatoskr with his horn. They kind of crash through this crumbling bubble, crash into the castle, and stab Dracula and take him out. And you see
Stick him back in the coffin.
Yep, back in his coffin with chains all chained up. And
Epic victory.
yep. Now, what happens if you lose on that map? You see what Dracula?
I don't know.
kinda-
It never happened.
yeah, right.
Or if you're
Isn't
defending
there-
and you win.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is so how does that work? Because like there's the is there a canon ending as to
The
kind of what
canon-
happens?
Canon ending is you save Ratatoskr and you take out Dracula.
So the canon ending is you attacking.
They attack. Just like in Midtown, the canon ending is you bring the pages to.
Yeah.
Right. It was Strange and Wanda, where the other ending was Moon Knight winning. On
Yeah,
Midtown.
this one is like if you're defending, it's still Moon Knight. Like he gets the Montesi formula or whatever and kills all the vampires.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is what they don't want to happen.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what Tony
so-
ultimately wanted to do, right? I think Tony was
In the
one that
beginning,
just-
that's what he wanted
Yeah.
to do. But then who was it that came and talked to him? It was Moon Knight came and talked to him
Yeah.
and was like, hey, this is
Yeah.
what we're gonna do. And he's like, okay, hang on, maybe that's not a good idea.
Yep.
So
yeah, go ahead.
aside from that, there is another story that follows Johnny Storm, and he's kind of like talking to himself a little bit, and how he loves being famous for being a part of the Fantastic Four, and just the hard times that's coming with it these days because of all the vampires. But he's like, you know what, I can turn into fire, and I'm pretty sure I can go supernova, which is going to kill a whole bunch of vampires and help my sister, but I might die from it. But you know what, sometimes you're a hero, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right.
So he's kind of battling with that. But the outcome of the Central Park map and the heroes winning, it's kind of turns out that this was Doom's plan all along. So
That darn Doom.
he's got his own story, and it's written by Doom in the future, 2099 Doom, about the past Doom, saying, maybe I shouldn't wave off my past self. Maybe he does know a thing or two, because he had convinced Dracula to help him. get blood infused Chronovium so he can. His whole game plan was that he can use the vampiric verses to become immortal and have complete control over time. And once he had that infused Chronovium, he actually helped the heroes take Central Park's castle and make sure that they won, so he didn't have to deal with Dracula anymore, and he can go in and grab the they actually mentioned it as a bloodstone in one of the papers, which may be a tease at a future hero. What is it, Elsa Bloodstone or
Elsa Bloodstone?
Yeah, so she might be coming because it said like, I sent my grandchild to go get my stone because I saw it around the vampire's neck and stuff like that.
What a thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's a family heirloom. Go get it from Dracula.
From Dracula.
Yep. So Doom ends up with the Chronovium. I don't know if he's immortal now or not, but he wanted the immortality of a vampire. And then he tells everybody, but now I have to attend a gala. And that was kind of like the drop of where we're going next. And it turned out to be 100% true, which if you didn't hear, we just talked about it for an hour and a half. So you can...
And I mean,
it's kind of like the celebration of defeating Dracula,
right?
Kind of fueling into.
And I mean, he's got to be behind Ultron, right?
Yep.
I mean, he has to be.
For sure.
Ultron needed help to get to Krakoa, right? Because I thought only mutants can use that portal. Is that how it works?
The Hellfire Gala is a special. Usually, that's the rule.
Yeah.
But during the Hellfire Gala, as we saw, other people are allowed to pass through, but it's very regimented, it's an exclusive invite.
So I think it's cool because now we're changing Chronoverses.
Yep.
Because New York was the present day, I believe, right? So now we're going to 2099, the future in Krakoa.
Right. Because Krakoa is stuck in 2099.
Yeah.
Right. Because video games. So
video.
So pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically it.
I mean, that's one of the things I'm most excited about with the new season is to get more of those stories, right? Like that's one of the cool things when we have that event, you're kind of being able to read. And I mean, even we're going to get a story to Emma Frost, right? Because every character gets that single page. And this past season, we had the second story unlock for Black Panther, which we didn't even really talk about, where he goes and fights the vampires.
There's so many other heroes with walk to war things that we can't
Everyone
read.
has three, right?
Yeah. Three, and I think the first page is unlocked for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they announce. So let's see. We did get an email, or I'm sorry, this was over on, I believe, Spotify. This is from Shane, and he says, personally, I just picked up a console a couple weeks ago. I'm a diehard PC player, and I've been playing ranked with my friend. I finally got to Diamond 3, and I'm testing out new heroes and really like Black Panther. If you could do Black Panther lore, that would be awesome. So next week, we're headed to Wakanda talking some Black Panther lore, and got a little, nice little announcement coming from Matt next week, too, kind of involving that. So a little tease for you out there.
I'm the new Black Panther.
Wakanda forever. So yeah, be on the lookout for Black Panther next week. All right, guys. Well, let's move on here to our final segment, the part of the show where we get you involved that we call What Ifs. All right. Well, don't forget, you can always email the show to rivalsassemblepod@gmail.com or leave a comment over on Spotify because we pull the comments and questions from there as well. Or we now have a channel, or we've had the channel over on our Discord, but we're asking you guys every week. Feel free to put questions in the Discord channel, just like Max Horn did. And they said, hey, with the new characters in Season 1 being the Fantastic Four, who did you guys play the most? And which of the four do you like the most? So looking at my list, it was Sue Storm, Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, and then Johnny Storm last. So Sue is definitely my main, I think, out of the four. if I had to pick my favorite, I like Sue. I don't think I can get enough heals with her still sometimes, though.
Yeah. Her basic attack is hard
Yeah.
to kind of line up.
And I really enjoy Reed and Ben. The thing. They're just fun to play. But I do probably the one I do the best with probably is Mr. Fantastic. Probably the best.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Mine, I'm
I'm-
just looking up now.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
No, you're good.
I'm close. So I've got Mr. Fantastic 15 games, The Thing 14 games. Good win rates with them both. I feel like I really caught on to Mr. Fantastic after having like a rough time at the beginning. Once I've learned that his attack, you can kind of flap those arms around and hit multiple people with them. That was pretty awesome. So they're my top two. Invisible Woman, 10 games played. I think I'm not as effective as a healer with her, but I really like her contact lens. Too bad it's going down, and her ultimate's pretty great too. I cannot find Johnny Storm. I don't think I've played him.
Oh wow. Matt, what you got?
I have not played a single game as Mr. Fantastic or The Thing. Just don't interest me. Played a good bit as Human Torch. I think he's really fun. But actually, my main, like game main, has been Invisible Woman for
Wow.
pretty much since she dropped. I really think she has a lot of utility in being able to heal, working in conjunction with another strategist, being able to use her push and pull effectively, whether or not you're using that damage field that she can cast as well. Great at racking up assists. So if you ever need assists, Invisible Woman is fantastic at that, casting that field and then booping people either down into it.
The boop.
That's so
Um,
satisfying, dude. Or
or-
they start escaping out of it, and you're like, no, get back here. You
Yeah,
pull
pull
'em
them
into it.
back.
Get over
Or
here.
doing
Love it.
the leading them away, like you're going to go jump off the edge and you double jump off the edge, or no, you jump off, spin around as they're coming towards you, pull them past you, and then double jump yourself back
Whoa.
onto the land.
Oh, that's next
if you
level
can
right
execute
there.
it,
Fancy. That's fancy.
it's good. But yeah,
What about you, Kens?
So mine is actually Sue Storm first, because there's a ton of challenges for her. It's like
Really?
I'll go to like
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at the challenges and some of the battle pass stuff, and it's like there's a lot that are healing, and then a lot of them specifically for her. And so of these four, I've played her most for that reason. Not very good with her, but I've played her a lot to get a lot of those done. And then it's probably The Thing, Reed, and Johnny Storm, and Reed only because he's been out longer. But I like The Thing, but I don't play him as much as I thought I would, just because I think that there are other tanks that can do what he does better. But yeah.
There you go. Let's see. Next one comes to us from Crytropus. He says, "What would be your dream team up ability you wish to see in the new season?" So I will say we kind of now obviously know what all these team ups are going to
Yeah.
be. I guess my question would be, and we can see if you guys want to answer this or not. We know Ultron is coming, so what do we want to see his team up to be? So it's obviously not a dream team up, but I guess of the team ups then that we don't know, because we don't know what his team ups are going to be.
Can it be team up or can it be like tech?
Well, he's looking for a team up ability, so we got to do a
He
team.
has to
up.
have one with Iron Man, right? Ultron and Iron Man.
Probably that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it would probably be. And who's getting what? Is it Tony
Yeah.
buffing him somehow? Maybe giving him a beam of some kind or a missile of some kind. I don't know what that would look like.
Yeah, that might because Tony already gets a buff, from Hulk.
Right. Yeah,
for
so he might be
to
the anchor.
for Tony to be the anchor.
Tony
would
be
be cool.
the anchor. Yeah.
And then give Ultron some sort of extra projectile
Either missiles
What if-
or
or armor.
What if Ultron could take over like Loki's clones? Like
Whoa.
the only thing I'm thinking is like techno organic virus, but that's like X-Men. So like making them, I don't know, giving them another ability besides healing or something.
Mhm.
Like think Sombra's hack, but like it's not hacking, it's just giving them more durability or a longer lifespan or something like that. Kind of like making them default Ultron drones or something like that.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking.
I don't know. I think he's going to be interesting because I think bringing in another like tech character like that, kind of the sky's the limit, and even kind of how like you think how Bucky's arm works in this game, how it kind of like becomes like what I don't want to say it's nanobots, but you know what I mean? How it's like
Yeah.
I see Ultron kind of having that same tech, so you could even see something with Winter Soldier and Ultron maybe somehow there's some sort of extension there.
That'd be
with the
cool.
pull. That'd be cool. Let's see. This one comes to us from Uncle Jag. And they said, what's an assumption you've made about the game that turned out to be wrong? I would say that I thought Black Widow was going to be incredibly annoying as a sniper, and she's barely in any games. And I think I actually this week played one of my first games where I had an annoying Black Widow. Other than that, like it's like
On your team or the opposite
opposing team. I think it was a game I was playing Storm because I ended up buying. I was talking about buying the Magneto skin with my token. I actually got the Storm skin instead, and I've been playing a bunch of matches as her this week. And I just had one guy that was just, a Black Widow that just kept like trying to take me out, so I had to keep like peeking around the corner, and I was making sure my angles were blocked off. But usually it's like, Black Widow, like you're not gonna do anything to me.
Really good Black Widow main, Zaza Stack. She's a pro gamer in Australia, I believe.
Cool.
She's a Widowmaker main in Overwatch as well.
Hmm.
Disgusting gameplay. If you need someone to watch.
Any other assumptions you guys have made that turned out to
I
be
think
wrong?
I don't
like
know that I've been wrong about it.
earlier in the episode, you've heard me complain about microtransactions, and I think that I think one thing I was wrong about is like going all the way back to the very beginning before the game was out, and knowing that NetEase is behind this game. I was super wary of microtransactions in this game are going to be terrible, and they're going to like run people dry of their money. I was not looking forward to that, but they have been incredibly fair with giving out free skins and just the opportunities that they give for. I mean, there's been so many free skins that you can get, and then just kind of. I mean, the game is raining like things for you to get. Some of them are they cost a bit more, but I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think they did a great job giving you enough blue points. Like I've got 2 skins that I've actually wanted just with the blue points I got from the events and from the battle passes. So I've only bought the 2 battle passes and the Dream Thickle now.
Nice.
But I've cashed in like 2 extra skins and just with the battle passes as well. I feel like I have one for each character to give me an chance to pick what I want to look like that game. So that's cool.
Let's see.
One thing that
go ahead,
an assumption I made was to think that I would play any other game after this game came out because I have not played anything else. This is the only game I play now.
That's great.
Sorry, Switch 2. I don't know if you're gonna make it.
That's what Guan Guan wanted to hear. Let's see. We got one from Time to Get Sticky. They said, are there any characters that you think movesets that missed something or were designed poorly for their powers in Marvel lore? I mean, the one everybody kind of mentions is Hulk is kind of weird, where he's like putting on gamma shields.
Yeah.
Like that's kind
It's
of
cool,
weird. Matt, is that
Nice to
anywhere
give
in
him
the
that.
books? Has he ever done a gamma shield? Like gamma shield and
No, not to my knowledge, but I'm
Fielding
also
team.
professed I'm not the biggest Hulk expert.
weird.
Because I know in the more recent books they've been taking bigger swings and expanding on his power set and things like that.
And
Exploring like the supernaturalness of his powers, but
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like the Hulk, he doesn't need a shield. Like his body is the shield. Like he just gets hit over and over, and he just gets stronger and stronger. So it's like that's kind of weird. Like that could be something they could do where he absorbs. Like it would almost make sense, kind of what they do with Strange, where Strange, the more damage you do, you burst out the darkness. Like you almost think like Hulk, maybe the more you get hit, the stronger you would get somehow add some effect like that, where then you could burst out gamma energy or something like that.
Kind of like a rage, I guess.
Yeah.
He gets mad and then you get stronger and bigger.
don't
But I guess you get that with your alt.
Yeah.
I don't have qualms about any of the heroes.
That's
or their
that's what I was trying to think. Like
I feel like they're all, if not like comic accurate, then it is exciting and distinct enough in the video game atmosphere
yeah.
that it works really
Yeah, they all fit really well.
Let's see. Next one's from 44 Tornado Shard. And they said, who's your favorite hero that is yet to be added to the game? You got like a deep cut or
I'm gonna keep saying Valkyrie until they add Valkyrie.
I want Lifeguard. Deep cut.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean,
I got a deep cut.
explain.
Extreme X-Men, the run where early 2000s run where they're in Australia. And they are going around this team with like Rogue and Storm and Sage and I believe Gambit. And they're basically activating the latent mutant powers in people. So people who have not manifested mutant abilities, but say like they're predisposed to it,
Right.
or it's like maybe the next generation they would show. They're saying and I totally forget the reason why, but Heather, and I can't remember her name other than Heather right now, but she is a lifeguard, and basically they unlock this mutant ability in her that it's like fight or flight, and her body adapts and gives her whatever ability she needs in that moment. So one of like the first things is think like Colossus type armor skin, but it's all gold. And then like another time it's a set of wings so she can fly away. It's just different things like that.
Cool.
I don't know how that unpredictability and adaptability would translate to a video game. So her or Silver Surfer.
Oh, nice.
That's a cool one. I'm gonna go with a deep cut too, man. I think I mentioned this maybe on one of our maybe a round table or something. Was Sleepwalker. This is a character that was a
Spider-Man
number
thing?
one. When I first started collecting comics, it was like one of those books that came out as a number one, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm getting a number one comic!" And like read him, short run series, but he's kind of popped up kind of throughout the years every once in a while. He even has a Marvel Legends action figure, and like just thinking of what his kit could be, really all I'm thinking about really is what his ultimate would be. And there's a character in Predecessor or Paragon, and his ultimate move was you hit it and you basically transport whoever you target to a separate world, and it's just you and them kind of in this one-on-one, and he has the advantage. So I think that would be cool if you play Sleepwalker and he he's either melee or maybe he somehow is shooting something out, but then his ultimate is you can basically single somebody out, bring them to this separate like dream world, dreamscape, and then he's able to basically just
Have you ever seen?
murder them
Have you ever
there.
played League? There's a tank called Mordekaiser that basically does that. He like
yeah, there you go. Yep.
puts you in a different realm, and you got to 1v1 him.
Yep. I think that would be
That's
cool.
sweet.
That'd be my character.
Cool.
What do you guys got?
For me, maybe just because of the season, Colossus would be great, or Juggernaut. I think we talked about those already. Carnage as well. Bring him into the game. I think that'll be great. There's 3 for you, quick ones.
There you go.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Green Goblin,
Green Goblin would be crazy, man.
Doc Ock,
Ah,
Electro.
there's so many guys. That's the thing. That's how we're gonna get a
Yeah.
hero every month. 'cause
Aunt May.
They're just sitting.
Oh man,
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. Zombies, Marvel Zombies, Uncle Ben. Okay, here we go. This is kind of non-game related. What's your favorite gaming snacks? I'm gonna be honest. I don't snack when I'm playing
Same.
video games.
I don't either.
I don't like.
It's a very boring answer.
and like control. I don't want to get stuff on the controller. I
Yeah.
don't want to get like.
I don't have time.
And that's
Gotta
it,
lock
man.
in.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Matt. I
If
have a
I-
feeling Matt's chomping on some snacks.
What are you talking about?
That's why he's on mute all
Every
the time.
face Matt was saying was like, "What?"
I'm a beverage goblin. So I'll have my my big bottle of water, and then usually an energy drink, and then like another hydrating like juice supplement in like another shaker bottle. But I usually have like some type of chip. Whether I really love the Quest chips, their protein chips, sweet and spicy, so good.
Well, those are good. Quest chips are great.
Aren't you getting the stuff like the? See, to me, it's just like getting the
Stuff in the thumbsticks.
dust on the controller, and I just couldn't.
You gotta do
they're like
the,
they're like little bags, and I'm usually not eating in a match. It's like between
Are
matches.
you like? Are
So
you doing
it's
the
like,
the bag pour?
all
I'll
over
clean
your-
Is there a
my
technique?
no, because then you wake up and you've got like crumbs all in your chip here and
My-
stuff. But
Okay, here's a question. Do you guys, I don't know if you've ever done this, like when we go on a road trip and we'll stop at, let's say, McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and I'm eating the fries while driving, do you pull the fries out with the fingers, or are you eating out the container to the point where you're almost like getting the
can't see where
container
you're going?
soggy and you're like almost eating the container so much because you're
Oh,
That sounds like
container.
that's impacting your driving.
Yes.
No, but
Well,
that's why I'm
driving?
one-handed. I got
I
the
have a
hand.
lot of
I'm not
comments
letting.
on
But can
Mark's
you
driving.
see if you're tilting
He's-
your head back?
I mean,
Like,
towards the end, it's a little dangerous, I guess. But
Mark puts himself at risk of a lot of comments about
And-
his driving habits.
Yeah. Public.
never been in an accident in my life. Knock on wood.
Oh,
What about
oh
the
my
one
gosh,
at
somebody
the
please,
movie
wherever
theater?
you are, knock on wood. You have to wait till a certain point in the fry consumption to tip it back, in my opinion.
You have to what? Say it again.
You wait for a certain point. I will
Okay.
use fingers on the
Three
top,
quarters.
and then about 3/4
you're at-
down. That's
okay.
when
You get all
cut it.
the long ones out, and you're just
Yeah,
left
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Now, if I'm
squares.
at the restaurant, I'm eating with the fingers, but it's when I'm
Oh, you gotta
driving.
be sophisticated when you're inside
the re-
the
at the
establishment
restaurant,
of the
people are
Wendy's.
watching you.
I'm usually a fork guy.
Oh yeah,
Have you ever
Do you-
eaten
do you
yogurt while
dip,
driving?
too?
Not
No.
that I've ever done that.
like Go-Gurt, like the tube.
No, we're talking yogurt. dude.
with the old cup
The spoon?
Cup and spoon. Let's do it.
Driving with your feet?
with your knees. Yeah.
Don't
What?
listen to anything that I'm saying on
This
this
is way
podcast.
too late. This is
Yeah, we're-
He's looking at
this is-
last season's patch notes, guys. Don't
This
listen to
is
him.
what happens after 2 hours, Ken. So are you
Nothing
happy
good
now?
happens-
Are
Nothing-
you
yes,
happy?
Nothing good happens
Yes,
after 2 hours.
that's
We have
right.
More questions.
We're like gremlins. Don't feed us after midnight. Turn into
Especially
gremlins.
yogurt.
All right, we got two more. This one comes to us from Spotify from Mark Asbury. He says, "Hey guys,
This one comes from Spotify, guys.
what other games would you like to see in the? Oh, I'm sorry. What other game modes would you like to see in the game? Would you think a capture the flag mode would be cool?
Nope.
That is my answer. Capture the flag.
Capture the
Yes,
flag.
that sounds awesome.
I would get tilted. Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. No, we played some Capture the Flag in Halo, and I had a great time. I don't know what other games I've played Capture the Flag in, but
One bomb plant,
Yeah. One assault.
assault,
I want
Big team
Mr.
battle.
Heroes.
Mystery Heroes. Yeah,
Mystery Heroes, yes.
That's
That's
a
a yes.
reasonable one.
definite,
That's a great one.
definite.
Yeah.
That I think that's a big one I would want to, because that's just always fun, man. Like when you play that in Overwatch, it's just you never know what you're gonna get, and it's
Or
just
give me Clone Rumble, but with one person.
Yeah.
One character.
All 12.
they needed
Yeah.
to do that.
And it's random. You don't get to pick.
Yep. Let's see. Final one. This one comes to us from Discord from Time to Get Sticky again. And they say, what do you think the meta is for each role this season, just from your personal experience at your skill level? Also, I know you used to do a Destiny podcast. What is one favorite exotic in that game for PvP and one for PvE? So before we get to the Destiny question, let's talk about, do you guys have anything on this, the meta for each role? I mean, I think it all plays to who you're up against.
Most picked?
Yeah, I
What
mean,
you see the most?
we actually didn't even mention that. I think is that information out? I think they updated that
No,
on the
not
website.
yet.
Coming
Oh,
They
not
said
yet.
they said
Will be,
it'll be
though.
coming out.
Okay.
I think probably once the next season starts, because
Okay.
they've been doing it every half season, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's pretty even. I don't really notice one too much. A lot of Luna for and Jeff. I see a lot of Jeff as well for your
Jeffrey.
strategists.
I mean, speaking of Luna, the AS Luna is a good gun in Destiny PvP. I know that much. It's a good hand cannon.
It's fine. For me, the like meta is me wanting to play Thor, but being forced to play Magneto because no one else wants to tank. Every
Just
time.
solo tank Thor. You can just figure it out.
So one
You can
tank is what it's like in Silver and Gold.
One tank meta.
Silver and
Yeah, nobody wants
gold.
to tank, and
So
I'm
maybe they
just
should
gonna
just
pick
make
magic.
it 5v5.
No.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. And
Because
you know, roll
then-
queue too. Let's do roll queue too.
That's exact because then if they make it 5v5, there will be no off tank. It's just it's one tank every game. And
Right.
that sucks.
Mhm.
I mean, that is a hard one to answer. Like I said, I think it's dependent on who you end up being against, what your team is doing, and even the map itself, and what like phase of the map you're on. Are you on like control, offense, defense, what control points? So I think it's a bigger question than we could really answer right now.
A lot of penny for me too. I noticed that.
Destiny guns, Ken's. I mean, for me, Neil and I were talking a little bit before we went on. Like for me, I think back to Destiny 1 PvE. I always had the icebreaker on me most of the time.
Interesting.
I mean, of course, the Gallahorn is huge, but like, dude, icebreaker for raids and that. Come on,
And for raids, yeah.
it was great.
Mine is it's in the game now, and I was so excited when it was. But my first ever exotic in Destiny was Red Death,
Oh, nice.
and I had
Great
wanted Red Death and PvP too. It was a monster with Red Death in PvP because it was like a battle rifle and it healed you. You got full health after each kill, and in Destiny 2 in the recent Final Shape they put it in the game, and it's great.
My first exotic, I'm thinking D1 was Bad Juju. I remember was my first.
Yeah, Bad Juju is great.
Loved
Gives
Bad
you
Juju.
the-
What was it? Every time you got a headshot, it reloaded the clip, right?
It reloaded the clip and it gave you super energy, so it filled your super quickly.
But you know what gun I know I actually was running it through for Final Shape or using it was I guess in Destiny 2 was Outbreak Perfected, but Outbreak Prime, I love that gun, dude. So great, man. The little red blips that kind of go out and murder everybody else.
Siva, that's what Winter Soldier's arm is made of, is Siva.
Yes. Graviton Lance was good too. I use that a lot. Because you got the purple void, just explosions everywhere, every time you killed something.
I didn't play much. I did play a lot of Destiny 1. And he took most of the ones I said. Was it a Thunderlord?
Thunderlords.
Like
LMG.
I think I
Machine
used
gun.
that quite a bit. And then what was the one from the Vex raid that you can
Mythoclast?
get?
Blast.
Mythoclast.
Yes, that was also cool.
Yep. And Matt, you were newer to Destiny. We got you into Destiny, what, with Final Shape? Was it shortly before
Right
that?
before Final Shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only name that I know is the hand cannon that I use is Sunshot.
Yep.
I really
Yeah.
like that.
That's a good
great.
one.
It is good. Yeah, it is a good one. One of my favorite stories with Destiny and Matt was like, I'll never forget, like, first time we played, he teams up with like me and Ken's, and we're just like running through like the strikes or whatever the mission. Matt's
So
like way back
mad.
at the beginning. We're just exploding everything in the room. It's like
Like
we
the
just step in
mission's
the room,
over.
everything explodes.
Guys, I don't even know what happened in the story. Like, I'm playing this for the freaking story. Like, it's been 2 minutes. Why is it over? That and then
That's great.
playing with Ken's for like a solid hour through like one of the first missions, and him having to watch me just die over and over because I couldn't get
Jumping
my jump down.
Oh, the jumping. Yeah,
Yeah, trying to
man.
get that arc gun. when those
Literally, when you come into the Cosmodrome and you're trying to get out of the Cosmodrome, and Matt can't do the jumps on. Then the,
Why am I not making it? What is going on?
Classic. All right. Well, again, if you want to be a part of the show, hit us up with an email at rivalsassemblepod@gmail.com, or you can do so through Spotify by leaving us a comment, or join our Discord and over in the What If channel over there, leave us a question. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this week. We did it, Kens. We're over 2 hours, man.
I'm so
We
happy.
officially did
Are
it.
you though?
That's
Season
it.
two.
I'm also
That's-
very
That's the
tired.
podcast. We're
It
done.
is tiring. Oh my goodness. So again, as always, guys, you can follow us over on Blue Sky or X at Rivals Assemble. Big thank you to everybody over on Twitch and on YouTube at Rivals Assemble Pod over there. If you are listening to the podcast, leave us a review or a comment over on Spotify or on iTunes. And as always, join our Discord, man. We have a great group, a great community over there of like-minded folks. So go join over there. And again, if you want to help support the show, do a little bit extra, you can do so by joining our Patreon. You can find that link in the show notes. And this week, like I said, we will be releasing the Retro Game Club for Mega Man X on Monday. That is a podcast we had recorded before, so a little bit something extra we're throwing in. But be on the lookout for Neil's host exclusive show will be coming out next Wednesday. And other than that, guys, any final words here you want to throw out before we send everybody off? Guess
If you
not.
haven't talked to somebody in a while and you're thinking about them, shoot them a text, give them a call, see how they're doing.
Call your mom, says Matt.
There you go.
No, I don't. We're good. I have. I'm good. I actually do. It's cool.
All right, everybody. With that, thank you here for tuning in. Until next time, we'll catch you later. Peace.
Moose.
All right, recording done. All right.
Moose.
Well, stream, thank you guys for sticking through it with us on that one.
Chat.
That was like 2 hours, at least 2 hours 15, maybe 2 hours 20. Wow.
Big one.
Are you guys playing any games or anything? You got to hop in and play that skin, right?
I mean, I gotta play with the
Okay.
foreskin.
I'm going to
I do need to walk up around for a minute though.
edit.
Yeah.
Let's hop into over in the Discord, into the chat over there, I guess. And if any,
Midnight Suns.
okay. And if any of the listeners, I guess, want to hop in, right? Hop in.
Whoever's there
into the games.
first gets to pick.